Yo, what up? Skyer, how did you get a T-posing Knuckles? That's so cool. How you doing, Skyer? Rampage, hello. Simply Dale, yo! What's up, dude? How you doing? How's everybody's Sunday? How's everybody weekend? How's your weekend been in general? But is okay, Jay? Good to see you again. Yeah, I don't know if you left already, but thanks for being my biggest Alaska fan, dude. That's what's up. Yeah, shouts out to Alaska, dog. I get orders out there all the time. Thankfully, because of Media Mail, it's like not $1 billion to get the snow dogs to like sled out all the CDs. But yeah, but glad to hear it's going good, Skyer. You ever seen Snow Dogs? That was like my favorite movie on Disney Channel growing up. With Cuba Gooding Jr., I think their name is. But they got canceled. I think they did some crazy bad stuff. I don't know what it was, but I think it's not stream safe. Whatever they did, if I remember correctly. But yeah, how's everybody's Tuesday going? Oh my god, Sunday's going. Losing the days of the week. Yeah, we're just gonna make Monster Tape Zeros because I finally got these papers that I needed. And they're no longer too long, so now they finally fit in the CD correctly, so I'm so hyped. We got through all the 1,000 dad ones. So yeah. Ooh. And Simply Dale says, weekend was pretty good, but today Walmart somehow lost my pickup order, so I wasted an hour waiting for it. Oh, that sucks. That's a bummer. Yeah, low-key, I've never used like the Walmart app and stuff, but what's wild is I don't know why I have so much to say about Walmart. Actually, I have a whole Walmart lore, but what's it called? Yeah, how was the waiting experience thing? I mean, I guess you said it's bad. But yeah, I feel like I need to use the Walmart app more, just because that's my mom. The only reason I bring it up is because my mom uses the Walmart app. Like I'm like I use more Amazon, and my mom's like Walmart. Like, you know, they're like the same thing. Hey.
New merch order from Brandon.
Thank you, Brandon. If you're watching, let me know, and I'll pack it right now. But Fake Pear Bear, dude, good to see you. What up? Nothing much, dude. Just, you know, Sunday, living life, hanging out. About to make some more Monster Tape Zero CDs. I need the tray cards, yeah. So yeah, so we're just gonna make CDs. Because I assembled them myself to save money, so I can keep doing them for free. Because if I don't assemble them myself, they get too expensive, and then I just start lighting dollars on fire. More than I already am. But yeah, what's up with you, Fake Pear Bear? How's your Sunday? And if y'all don't mind, I need to grab more of the CD things. But hey, let me pull up the chat on my phone. Actually, I'll be right back. Give me 1 second. I'll keep talking. Yeah, I'd be stoked to hear about your stuff, Simply Dale. Your Walmart app experience. Ooh. Oh my god. Going to the gym is paying off. Oh my god. Okay. Somebody else says, it was bad. I waited in my car for a good 15 minutes. Went inside, had to wait 30 minutes for somebody to actually try and look for my order. 15 for one of the employees to shop for me again. That's wild, dude. So they just like completely lost your order. That's the thing about Walmart is I feel like they just, my mom, so the reason I have so much Walmart lore is because like everybody in my family except me and my brother has worked at Walmart at some point in their life. So like I know way too much about being a Walmart employee, even though I've never worked there. I like low-key wanted to get a job as Walmart engineering just so I could relate to the rest of my family. But it was like all the way in Arkansas. So I was like, bruh. That's a bummer, dude. Yeah, I've never tried the whole like deliver my order groceries for me. But a Fake Pear Bear says, just getting here today, work tomorrow, but it was a great weekend. I'm glad it was a great weekend, Fake Pear Bear. That's what's up. Yeah, we're talking about, I got you on the hydrate, Cherry Cola. Good to see you. Hey, what's up? How you doing? I'm gonna stretch right now. But Logan, yo, Groovy, what up, dude? How you doing, Logan? How you feeling? How have you been over the last week? Did you get your Instagram account back? And but yeah, Fake Pear Bear, I was saying last week, or last stream that I kind of like having Sundays be my just chill at home days. Like I'm just streaming today. I'm going to the gym after this, hang out. But I ran out of YouTube to watch, so I don't know what I'm doing at the gym. I feel like YouTube to listen to at least. This video says, I want to say it's because they were just backed up. They literally marked it as picked and nobody came to me. That's crazy. Yeah. Yeah, because I don't know, the Walmart lore is my family is always like, they'll hire anybody to work at Walmart. So if anyone like desperately needs a job, you could probably get hired at Walmart. Like, they're always hiring anybody. And because of that, like, sometimes they hire people that are just like, I don't know, man. Yeah, I mean, like, I remember once I was even at Walmart and I was like, I forgot what I had told one of the employees, and he was like, oh man, I don't know, man, I don't care. Just like kept working. I like started laughing because I was like, dude, this is like the fact that you could say this and get away with it is hilarious. It's only at Walmart. Could you say that at work and like not get in trouble? You know what I mean? I don't know, man. I'm sorry you had that experience with Video. I know I'm like chuckling a little bit, but yeah. It's just, I don't know, Walmart is so just like random, dude. It's Zaku, what up, dude? How you doing? This video's a damn. I know, right? Yeah. But yeah. But that all being said, I've used I shop at Sam's Club now, so it's like Walmart's like version of Costco. That's where I got all my groceries and stuff because there's one near me, and the gas is pretty cheap. Hell yeah. I mean, it's cheap like relative to everybody else, but yeah. But Logan says my new accounts also got banned, so I made 2 new ones didn't get banned. Okay, cool. I made the website for Avalex, sick. And I got the backend all set up for everything. Sick. Heck yeah, Logan. Like I said, portable listenings. Nice. Dude, I'm glad to hear you're making dude, you made a lot of progress in just like 5 days. That's what's up. Heck yeah. And who is it says, Meep. How you doing? Who is it? How's it going? How's your Sunday? How's the blobbiness? How you feeling blob-wise? What's the blob out of 10? So he said, oh good, I don't have work tomorrow. I was able to get a partial refund, something they ran. Okay, sick. Well, that's cool you don't have work tomorrow. What do you plan on doing with your Monday, dude? You got a 3-day weekend. Do you plan anything fun? My bad, I got all this trash. What's funny too about that specific bubble wrap is my cats love to just like play with it. Like they just go crazy for that bubble wrap. Ugh. Nope. Not being it. And somebody else says, I'm gonna drive to get my girlfriend from Maryland. She's finally coming home to stay. Oh, like she's gonna move in with you, Somebody? Or like she's oh, that's so exciting. Is that what you're saying? That's so exciting. I'm hyped, dude. Hell yeah. Dude, good luck on the drive. How far is the drive? I think you said before, is it like 2 hours, you said? So like a 4-hour drive a day? But Cherry Cole says, I went on a college trip last week. Oh, sick. Oh yeah, so you saw more colleges? Do you have like any in particular? I mean, actually don't dox yourself, but did you find the one that you want? Yeah, Cherry Cole. And who is it says, hot blob rate 20 out of 10, and I actually became friends with an artist that I paid for a commission all in one day. Oh, sick. That's dope. Yeah, I love like when you start like, I don't know, like working with someone and like all of a sudden you're like, wait a minute, actually, we're both really cool. We should like, you know, other than this commission, we should like be friends. I don't know, I love that happens. That's kind of happened between me and Aram. Like the guy who did the remix for me, the Kicking Back in Kearney City remix. Because it kind of started off as just being like, oh yeah, I'll do this remix. And now it's like, yo man, like, what's up? You know what I mean? So that's cool. I'm glad to hear. Who is it? But yeah, I feel you on the blob rate 20 out of 10. Yeah, kind of low key over the last couple of days, I've definitely been like, I kind of hit my blob mode. I was like 7 out of 10, but I was just like, ugh. I had to like take a bit of time just to like kind of let my brain turn off. But we're back at it. Logan says, I've been looking at my GBA. Oh yeah, sick. Sounds easier than I thought. I reached out Oasis LTD. They're ghosting me on Instagram, so they didn't respond to me. Yeah, exactly. I think, what's it called? I tried hitting them up too in the past, Logan. But yeah, they're just, you know, people get busy. And I think Oasis Limited is like, it's kind of like, you know, their side project. They're not like, if I'm not mistaken, I don't want to like, just, you know, talk down what they're doing. But if I'm not mistaken, they're kind of like, you know, it's just something they do for fun. More than like, oh, we're like 24/7 trying to run this music business. You know what I mean? So it's probably going to take a while to get back to you because it's not like their main focus, I don't think. But yeah, I mean, and the thing is, Logan, to be fair, it probably is, but the issue is we need to scale it up. Like, not to be a little like not to flex, but if I were to do it, I had to like do it like times like 100. You know what I mean? So to do it once probably wouldn't be too bad, but to do it like 100 times, like you'd be there all day with a computer just like flashing GBA cartridges. You know what I mean? So that's the thing, is I was trying to find someone who could do it for me, and that's like the thing. Ugh. So yeah. And Jerry Cole says, yeah, the trip was great except for the hotel. Oh yeah, I feel you on that. Did you do like a Airbnb or a normal hotel? Because what I've noticed is that low-key for me, Airbnbs are so hit or miss, but hotels tend to be okay. I don't know. This is my experience. Zuido says, oh yeah, she's coming back to stay with me, and she was away from an apprenticeship for the whole year, and that hopefully the drive is too. Dude, that's so sick, Symphony Tail! Huge congrats! That's so sweet. Y'all did like a long distance thing while she was doing a whole apprenticeship, and now she's, you know, done. Oh, that's so cool, dude. I bet you're stoked. Like, how stoked are you out of 10, dude? I bet you're like hyped. And Logan says, yeah, Aaron calls you Unk. Exactly, yeah. Like, you know, we were cool enough to call each other Unk. Who's it says, I just need to get out of my blob so I can keep working on my VR headset. Fuck Microsoft for bricking it. Oh, dang. Are you like VR stuff? That's cool. But how did Microsoft brick it? Do you have like an HTC Vive or what kind of headset? And Cheer Cole says, my school did a hotel. Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, so you were kind of just like, you know, dealing with the school hotel. Yeah, I've noticed that like sometimes when other people break your hotel, like especially like a big corporation, like they tend to just get like a deal. So then the hotel is like, oh, you gotta, because the quality goes down when you have to buy in bulk. You know what I mean? Like a hotel situation. That's a bummer. But Logan says maybe they did respawn. And if I find out how, yeah, please, Logan, if you figure it out, let me know, because I'd be stoked to check it out. And like, yeah, maybe we could work something out if you have like a system or something. And I found out about Shopify Collective, so if you partner with their stores, you can have each other merch. Oh yeah, no, I heard about that. I heard about that too, Logan. Yeah, I don't know. I'm so like, I don't know. I'm so independent. I gotta like, I don't know. You know what I'm trying to say. Somebody else says 10 out of 10, but I like quiet space for far too long. Yeah, I imagine. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Past couple of days, I'm kind of like, you know what? Living alone is a little goofy. Like, I like it a lot. It's been nice to just do like make tacos just for me. But I don't know, just me and the cats. Sometimes I'm like, it's just me and the cats. You know what I mean? So yeah. And who says it's a Dell VR 118? I never heard of that. It works in Microsoft Mixed Reality, and they rid of support in 2023. Oh, that's a bummer. Yeah, I remember when Microsoft was trying to do the whole like HoloLens mixed reality stuff. That's a bummer they bricked it, dude. That's a big L on Microsoft. Yeah, I remember going to like a bunch of tech conferences when they were still like trying to like make it blow up, or like, they would like launch the product, and yeah, it was like a whole thing. I remember seeing them like, oh, it's gonna be the future, yada yada. And I remember being at the conference like, what do we use it for? And they were like, oh, we don't know. Like this. I'm like, why are you making this? And then yeah, eventually they canceled it. That's crazy they bricked it though. What do you normally use the headset for before they bricked it? Who is it? Were you like playing certain games on it or something? Or were you able to play games on it? And Logan says, but one of my artists has a Google search panel. Oh, sick. That's nice. That's what's up, Logan. Yeah, what's funny is, that's cool. Yeah, Logan, it shows up as Al Media as the label for Evil X. That's what's up. That's sick, dude. Yeah, low key, I remember my buddy's, another one of like family things is, I remember I was like talking to my buddy's dad, and I was like, yeah, I'm sorry, I've just been so busy with music, yada yada. And they were like, oh, like, you gotta get back to me sooner. Like, I'm sorry. No, it's pretty much like they texted me. I took too long to get back to them. They were like, damn, bro, like, you couldn't get back to me. I was like, I'm sorry, I've been so busy with music. And then I Googled my name, and they were like, dude, you have a Google search panel? Like, dude, you're famous now. I was like, what? Not really, but okay. Yeah, it was just funny. So no, I feel you on the hype for that, Logan. That's what's up. And Cruiser says Beat Saber, only Beat Saber. And some boxing on the side of my arm are just sticks. Yeah. I used to have a Quest, like the OG Quest, and I remember I only ever played Super Hot on it. That game was so sick. The one where you like shoot the guns and it's all like in slow motion. You have to like dodge the bullets and stuff. Super Hot was so sick. But then after Super Hot, like I couldn't really find any. There was no other games that like really like hooked me. And then I had a whole system where like I had like a USB-C cable that went to my headset so I can play like Steam VR with the Quest, where like your computer ran the actual thing, but the Quest did everything else. And it was like some really cool like dungeon crawler game that I liked a lot. But just VR for me, I get so motion sick. Like I just could not get over the motion sickness. Just couldn't do it, dude. How do you deal with motion sickness? Who is it? And Logan says the issue is we share a name with a company that made this crypto app called Free Cash. Oh, that's a bummer. Oh yeah, so you probably get like a lot of like mixed results and stuff. It's gonna be like really hard to like beat them out in terms of like search SEO and stuff like that. But good luck. All right, let's make these gosh darn CDs. Oh, I have my head noise canceling on. Oh, I didn't. Oh. It's sick. And Logan says Google search panels are just like you got to be either super good at SEO or super lucky. I'm neither, but Avalax is really good at SEO, so was my boss, told me about this and stuff. Okay, that's sick. Hell yeah. Yeah, I don't know how I got mine. It just one day it showed up. I was like, okay. So I was like, cool. Yeah, I think it might be a thing like DistroKid will handle for you, low key, depending on the distributor. But yeah. And who's it says for motion sickness with VR? I know that feeling. Just gotta build overcoming it. That's how I did it. Yeah, that's what everyone told me is that you gotta just build it up. But there was like a hot second where I was like playing VR like every other day for a month, and I never got over it. My brain still was like, no, dude, no. So I don't know. And that's what I think, like, because keeping it real, I think that's the one thing that held VR back. Is that like, because I don't know, it was back when I was like super tech brain, so I wanted to do VR stuff so bad. I was like, trust me, I wanted to be a VR dude so bad, but I just couldn't get over the motion sickness. So yeah. Yeah, I think that's like the one thing that held back the technology is the fact that you get so motion sick doing it. I wish I had the, what's it called? Somebody else says, are there games out there that you could ease you into VR? Yeah, so the thing that like made me motion sick is that like, trust me, have you done VR before, Simply Deo? Because like what eases you into it is they have like two essentially ways of like walking in a VR game. It's either A, you like teleport from place to place. So like VR, either you can like stand in one place and like look around. Even that would make me kind of motion sick, just looking around with the headset on. But to make it better is that rather than like having to walk in the game, you would just teleport from place to place. You know what I mean? Which made competitive games kind of like a bummer because like if you're playing a shooter and you're teleporting everywhere, it's like, that's not very fun. So you kind of need to like be able to walk. But dude, I swear, like for normal like walking in the VR game, you just like, you press up and your character starts moving. That feeling, my brain just like, I could physically feel like chills every time I'd like, because you're standing and you're like, but in your brain thinks you're moving forward. So it's instantly like, oh, hell no. Like, what is going on? Because your eyes and ears like no longer make sense. So yeah, so it was just like, moving where you just like press up and you start moving. I just can't. That's like instant, like when you're about to puke and like you just start sweating, like that would happen to me when I played VR. And I was like, you know what I mean? And there was one time I tried to rush my, ease my, like I'm gonna brute force it. Because my roommate at the time also had VR. And he was like, dude, just brute force it. And we played VR for like a whole hour. And afterwards I had to take a nap. Because I was like, I'm about to, like, I ripped the headset off. Like, I'm going to puke right now. So I just like laid down on my stomach, took a nap. And since then, I was like, I just can't, I have to do a teleport, dude. I don't know. Trust me, I wanted to so bad, dude. I wanted to do VR so bad. I just couldn't. And Logan says, had to join on Twitch because YouTube moderation. Yeah, I turned it off, dude. I don't know why it does that. But yeah. And, but I'm go by almeida.world. First come almeida.world volume 1. That's cool. Yeah, that'd be sick. And Simply Dale says, I've only tried Beat Saber once, was pretty okay with it. Yeah, so Beat Saber and Super Hot, when you stand in one place, not too bad. Especially Beat Saber's not bad at all, because like you don't have to like look around. But the game that I had the most fun playing was a little like fantasy dungeon crawler game, and that one got me super motion sick. I tried a shooter that got me super motion sick, and Super Hot sometimes would make me motion. I can only play like an hour at a time, and that was the whole teleporting thing. But yeah, dude, it's a whole thing. But yeah, Beat Saber is like level 0.1, but like, you know, when you start playing, like, I don't know, like, I'm sure you can imagine trying to play Call of Duty with a VR headset. That's what it's like. Oh hell no, dude. But yeah. And Colin, what up, dude? Good to see you. Thanks for stopping by. Yo, I got your disc a bit ago, and I got the digital Monster Tape Zero and a Reptar disc. Hey, so good, man. How's the grind? But thank you, Colin. Thank you so much for grabbing them again. I really appreciate it. And it's been good. Yeah, I'm pretty much getting ready to launch a new album, so just been grinding on that. I filmed a live set, and I think this week I have to finish like the song breakdowns, and like both like in terms of the technical standpoint and like the story standpoint. And then deluxe edition downloads are all done, and then it's just like, you know, hype the album and take the product photos. The vinyl should be shipping Tuesday because they're waiting on me to pay them. But you know, I don't know, because they're in Canada, so they're like transfer money to one big account, like, and then give them Canadian dollars, so it's like a whole thing. But yeah, I already have the money on the way to my Canadian transfer app, and then they said it's going to take like 5 days, and then by Tuesday I should be able to send them their money. So then, yeah, I already got the tapes, I already got the CDs, or CDs are on the way right now. So yeah, so Monster Tape 1, it's pretty much here at this point. Just take the photos and launch that album, dude. But yeah, that's how the grind's going, Colin. How about you? How you doing? How's your Sunday? Logan says, yeah, I used to be not that VR until I stopped for like a year, and it didn't hurt to play. Yeah, it hurts to play, dude, literally. I used to play Gorilla Tag daily, and I swear never again. It makes my head and stomach hurt so bad. I still want to try to get the Steam frame though. Just play Roblox VR. Yeah, even like something like a Roblox would make me sick. But no, I feel you, dude. Yeah, exactly. This video says, oh yeah, that would be pretty oh my god, disorientated. Oh my god, why can't I say it? Disorienting. Yeah, there you go. Disorientating. But yeah, VR is cool though. But yeah, I have a Newport is like super into VR. That's like what they do. So they like can work past it, but they mostly do like VR chat furry stuff. So that's even a little bit better. But yeah, because VR chat, you're kind of just like, you know, it's not as like, ah. Yeah, Newport plays like hella sets in VR, where he'll like DJ in VR. It's pretty crazy. And who is it says, I also don't recommend Bonework since it will give you instant motion sickness. Yeah, I've heard Bonework is like one of the better games. Hey. I'm going turbo by the end of the summer. Hell yeah, I was in the room. How you doing? How you feeling? And but yeah, I heard Bonework is a hella good game. It's just, yeah, saying it'll make you hella motion sick. And Logan says, I love precision pressing. Annoying thing, gotta scrape their images. Yep. So it's like, what's the point of using that? Diggers in tandem with them. I'm also gonna try to physically distribute vinyl plays. Yeah. Oh, sick, heck yeah. Yeah, Logan, let me know how distributing vinyl in person goes. Because I've tried it and I haven't had much success. But don't let, you know, maybe, I don't know, everyone's different. So maybe you would have much more success than I did. Especially because you're like, I don't know, you're like, I know what the scene is like in Florida. But yeah. But always in the room says chillin'. Heck yeah, dude, that's what's up. Good to see you. Anything new with you, dude, since last time we chatted? But yeah, I've tried distributing Monster Tape Zero into record stores, because I was like, people see the thing all the time. So I was like trying to see like, the thing about like local stuff is that like the internet's like, you know, all half of the entire population of the world, you know what I mean? But like to get like locally known, it's like really tough, because like it's easy when you have everyone in the world that can see it, but like, you know, then you start getting like to your grandmas down the street, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, I mean, you know what I'm trying to say? But yeah, Nate says, what's up, bro? What's up, Nate? Thanks for stopping by. How you doing? How's your oh my god, keep saying Tuesday. How's your Sunday going, dog? How's your weekend? How you feeling? How you doing? Thanks for stopping by. And Collins says, been pretty good. Just started a sick airfield job. Oh, it's dope. That's what's up. Heck yeah. What are you doing at the airfield? You flying planes? And since Swag just pulled up real quick, I'm only here for 2 seconds, but I love your music, bro. Oh, thank you, Swag. I appreciate it, dog. You'll probably never see me again. Hey, I appreciate you stopping by at least once. Thanks for stopping by, dude, and thank you for loving my music swag. I appreciate it, dude. And Logan says, for sure, but I'll let you know. I've been talking to more label people recently. The guy behind 1K, trying to do label stuff. It'll be fun. I don't know why I didn't do this earlier. Yeah, label stuff is really fun. I put my grandma on every artist I signed to my label, and every artist I listen to my grandma will not be swagless when it comes to music. Yeah, dude, no. That's so cool that you get your grandma into all the stuff you listen to. And that's really cool that she has like such an open ear to be like, oh yeah, this is sick. You know what I mean? But yeah, but I was gonna say, so for when I've tried to sell records in person, I tried with Still Groovy, and I think I've only sold like, literally it's been like 3 years, and they sold, I think I gave them like 5, and they sold 4 after like 1 a year. There's a record store in Long Beach that's Still Groovy, and then I was like, okay, maybe not Still Groovy, but because I run Must Shape Zero, people see that all the time on Instagram. I was like, maybe that'll work, and then I dropped them in there. One sold like in the first week, and I was like, hell yeah. And then a few weeks went by, and then 2 sold, and I was like, oh, sick. And then since then, there's like 1 Must Shape Zero vinyl. I think 2 left. And maybe they've sold like 1 a year. So it's like, yeah, I noticed that like it's just, So I pretty much like gave them the records to see if they would sell, just as an experiment. And like, yeah. But I do know there's some labels out there that like, for like metal labels especially, that they're like, yeah, we just sell our records straight to record stores, and they just like, the artists just sell. Because like people just go in there looking, like they look at the cover and they go, oh, I'll buy this. So maybe I get better on my cover game, but yeah. But yeah. But yeah, I haven't had much success selling through record stores. But it's no fault of anyone, just, just curious. And Dangle Play Yo, just popping in, bought your cassette and CD a while back. Hey, thank you. Oh, thank you for buying us a birthday gift to your boyfriend. That's so cool. We love your music. Keep it up. I definitely will. Thank you so much. Thanks for loving my music. And I love being a gift for people. That's so sick. Or my music being a gift for people. So thank you so much for making it a gift. And yeah, thanks for popping in and letting me know. I really appreciate it. And that's awesome. Thank you. It's so cool. And Logan says, yeah, my grandma doesn't like underground rap though. I played Slayer and she said her transitions are obnoxious. Well, that's cool that like they can even call out like specifically like the transitions. I don't know. My grandma likes just not to like. I hope not like what's it called? I don't know what the word is, but like underselling your grandma's music taste. But my grandma, I don't think she even knows what a transition is. You know what I'm saying? She's like, if it's not Reba, I don't want to listen to it. It's not Shania Twain. I don't want to hear it. So yeah. Yeah, what do y'all's grandparents like to listen to? Yeah, so I am pretty much I'm 1/4 white, or I guess American white, and that's my last living grandparent is my American white grandma, and yeah, she's super in like country music and stuff. But even though she's not really like a music fan, you know what I mean? She's just kind of like, I just know I like to put on country music television, and that's the music for the day. You know what I mean? But even then, it's more that she listens to like my mom and my brother's music. So it's more that she just like lets it. I don't know. To her, music's more like background noise. It is kind of weird. My family's kind of they aren't like big music fans. Oh, my dad was, but only my dad. Everyone else in my family's kind of like, I guess my little brother too. But yeah. In terms of like elders in my family. But my older brother got me into Waka Flocka, I'm not gonna lie. Back in the day. That was really cool. Dun, 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 dun. But yeah, and I made the title of the stream, I Prestiged in Life, because I saw this Instagram reel last night by this guy named Austin Georges. And he was replying to a tweet that said, you're supposed to lose it all and get it back. That's called prestige. And I saw that and I was like, yo. Because a lot of y'all know I used to like work in tech. And like I had a really good job and all that. And I like kind of threw it all away because of like racism and stuff like that towards me. And I'm just doing music instead. And I was like, wait a minute. I low-key prestige. because I'm trying to like rebuild my life as a musician after like going to school for college and all that and doing engineering for like 10 years. I was like, life isn't hard enough. Prestige. So yeah. But Logan says my grandma loves listening to Macross. Oh, that's sick, dude. Ichi. Oh, that's Ichi. That's so cool. I didn't put her onto Zave or Marshall 4 yet. Zave samples are unhinged. Yeah. And Marshall 4 sounds like drywall installation at some points. I love it all though. Yeah. Yeah, Marshall 4 definitely can go like crazy, like experimental. I love Marshall 4. The Marshall 4 is so good. I think they're my favorite, like Daria core, hyper pop, whatever that scene of music is. Artist. Followed by Zave, close second. But dude, I'm so glad that Ichi, your grandma likes Ichi. That's so cool. And Dango Plano says, grandparents like lots of funk, rock and classical, a little bit of everything. Most of my family, including myself, played instruments. Oh, that's cool. That's super cool. Yeah, my dad low-key would sing a little bit, but just more for like fun. But he low-key had pipes, I'm not gonna lie. He could do the whole, he would have been a crazy soul singer. What instruments do you play? Dango Plano? I like your name. It's a fun name. But who is it says, my grandma used to listen to a lot of soul and R&B. Took out a vinyl collection after her passing. Oh, and I'm sorry about your grandparents, but now my uncles want to sell it all. But it's just back and forth threats. We're not giving them the collection. Yeah. Plus, to keep it real, like a vinyl collection doesn't really have like that much value in it. Like keeping it real, but real. Like what are they gonna do? Take it to like Amoeba, and then you'd be like, okay, here's $300. Like, yeah, I mean, because like people tend to not have like, you know, first pressing whatever records. And even if they did, like, I don't know. I don't know. Like you'd be lucky if there's like one $1,000 record, but like it's not enough. Like to your point, like if it's sentimental, y'all, it's not gonna be worth the money. If it was Pokemon cards, okay, maybe we're talking, but records, not really, dude. Actually, I have a crazy Pokemon card story. But Logan says one of my Marshall 4 album covers taking like 15 minutes from my old house. Oh, sick! Whole family loves Ichi. Oh, hey! And I'm glad to hear your whole family likes Ichi. That's so cool, like you so much. And you said your dad hates Scream of the Galaxy. Hell yeah, because he thinks samples a few focus, yet all the songs he plays has similar samples. I think he's just hating because he used to have elite ball knowledge. Oh, Lamau. No worries. No, I mean, you know, it's your dad's opinion. So that's cool. You know what I mean? It's all love though. I don't mention if it's featuring. He likes it Lamau. Yeah, no worries, Logan. You know, it's his opinion, you know. Not everything, you know, not even have to be for everyone, that's fine. It doesn't have to be for everybody. I'm glad to hear that everyone likes Ichi though. That's what's up. Thank you, Logan. And Dango Plano. Yeah, my name is a Boomhauer quote from King of the Hill. I love King of the Hill. That's such a sick Dango Plano. Yeah. That's sick. What's it called? Trying to learn guitar, but not very disciplined. I feel that. Yeah, I same. That's cool. You play clarinet and drums. Drums is I kind of want to learn drums too, but I don't got like the limb independence to do it. So I feel like for some of my music, it'd be a lot easier if I could just like drum it out myself. But then I'm like, damn, now I gotta learn how to play drums. And who's it says they wanted to sell it to trash it, so we ain't budget. Oh yeah, no, that's yeah. How would you tell just to trash it? That's wild. Yeah, that's definitely I wouldn't budge on that. I would not at all. But oh yeah, my Pokemon card story is I was dropping off orders at the post office the other day, and I guess like someone was doing like a Pokemon card trade, but it was like exactly who you'd expect to be scalping Pokemon cards. It was like some dude with like it looked like they just woke up, right? And they were vaping, and they were with their girlfriend who also looked like they just woke up and they were also vaping, and they like pretty much on the sidewalk, like not even like the sidewalk, like you know when you go park somewhere, it's like a little curb thing. They literally like brought out like these two like big old things of Pokemon cards and just like laid them all each pack individually across the little like thing where you normally park, so the guy could see all the packs. And there was like some other dude that also looked like he scalped Pokemon cards, you know, vaping. Like they were all just vaping, like yeah, Pokemon card. And like I'm trying to say, pretty much it looked like they were selling drugs, but instead it was Pokemon cards. And I was like, this is exactly what I imagined what a Pokemon card trade would look like these days. You know what I mean? But it was like pretty brutal. And it was like right in front of the post office. And I was like, dude. Yeah, it was funny. And like the whole time, you could tell because like I don't know, Pokemon cards are so valuable now. I was like looking at them and they kept looking at me like, you gonna do something about this? Or you know what I mean? Why are you looking at my stuff, bro? It's like, because you're a grown man selling Pokemon cards. What else am I not gonna... I have to look, dude. This is weird. I don't know. It's kind of funny. But oh, and there were unopened packs too, which made it even extra weird. Because like they weren't even like selling like individual cards; they were selling just like unopened packs. But Logan says, "Told my grandma about making merch for my label, and she instantly said I could use her huge closet." Oh, nice! And now we got to learn how to organize, finish the merch computer. Hey, cool, yeah, nice. That's cool that she offered a closet. Yeah, I mean, honestly, dude, like once you have enough merch, like any space is valuable. Like as you can see, this is where I sleep, dude. It's all just merch. All of it, just merch. So yeah. And somebody else says keeping the culture alive. Well, yeah, pretty much, dude. But yeah, it was just super funny to me. I was like, dang. But it's kind of sad. I don't know. I have a buddy that's like he has kids, and his kids are into Pokemon. You know what I mean? So he'll like go to like all the Pokemon conventions. Like, so has a really good job. So, and he has kids, so he'll take him to like all like the different Pokemon events in his area, just so his kid can like, oh my god, you know what I mean? But yeah, so we'll talk to all the other adults there and like kind of like ask him about the business, because like, you know, he's just a dad, doesn't know what else to talk to them about. And yeah, he's more just like, it's kind of like biggest recession indicator is that people aren't putting their money into like stocks and stuff, instead they're putting them in the Pokemon cards. And I was like, you're kind of spitting. But Logan says, I'm gonna start manually reaching out to artists instead of having them come down the socials. The serials I want to sign, all of them are way bigger than I told them I was aiming for. It's fun. The channel goes, yeah, let me know, Logan. Congrats on getting all this like artist inquiry. That's super sick that people like want to get put on. And they're stoked on your label. That's cool that you already have like so many people like reaching out to you too, like you just started. Why do you think that is, Logan? Do you think you did something in particular to get all those artists to reach out to you, or you think, yeah, I mean, if I could ask. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. But one thing that I saw too recently, it was someone ran a poll that was like, would you rather buy art from a business that's advertising with AI generated art or poorly drawn hand art? And everyone said, I'd rather buy from someone just like scribbled with crayon whatever they're trying to sell is than something with AI. Have y'all seen like the super cursed burrito AI generated image where it's like, it looks like a spider web inside the burrito? I've been seeing that floating around, just like terrible food AI art like a business was using. But Logan says, yeah, 2 pretty big underground producers. Follow me on Instagram. I think it's a mix of me posting daily in good terms. If you have time, check out the IG. It's Al Media World. Sick, yeah. It's run by ZQ was banned. That's me. Okay, for sure. Yeah, when I get the chance, I'll check it out for the stream, dude. I think it was suggested to me on Instagram, low key, but I've been like not using Instagram lately. I've been so locked in on doing so many other music things. And who is it says, nope, I have not seen the AI generated burrito. I'm keeping my eyes pure instead of seeing that. Yeah, honestly, the first time I saw it, it is pretty gross. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, ugh. And like, if you have like, what's the thing if you're afraid of holes? Like, I think it's agoraphobia. It's definitely like kind of like creepy. I'm sure that would be triggering. And Logan says, how to re-upload them so everything was posted the same day. Or just check them all. Lol, for sure. Nice. Tropophobia? Yeah, probably. It's one of those. It's one of those phobias. Yeah, there's like a phobia of holes, of lots of tiny holes. Wait, trypophobia. No worries, no worries. Yeah. Also, Logan, I'm trying to. I think I said, how do we upload everything so it's just posted the same day? So click the one that says how does it work with us, or just check. I don't know what you said, dog. I'm not gonna lie to you. My bad. I got confused. Yeah, that trypophobia is the fear of change. I think everyone has trypophobia, then most of them like stuff when stuff changes. I think that's a universal truth. Weird typography, but I like that. No worries, yeah. The post very badly. Click on the one that has the question mark on it. For sure. I'll click, yeah. For sure, Logan. Yeah, if I see All Media World with a question mark, I'll click that one instead. I assume that's the not banned one. And hey, LOZ fan, good to see you again. What's up, Killer Kaiju 5000? Nothing much. I'm chilling. How about you? How you feeling, LOZ fan? How's your Sunday going? And Logan says Blob Factor 20 out of 10. My bad. No worries, Logan. It's also just because I'm trying to like do this at the same time, so I might just be my brain might be running multitasking too hard. But this is also super random. But you know how sometimes, I don't know if this happens to y'all, do you ever get like Instagram ads that are like, your data was stolen? Do you use this company? Then your data was stolen and there was a big breach. Like, sign up with us and we'll do a class action lawsuit for you. So I was like, you know what? Fine, I'll try. So I guess like 23andMe got their data stolen a minute ago. And because 23andMe, like I think they almost went under or something. Pretty much like literally 3 years ago, I signed up for this class action lawsuit. Like forever ago. And they would like email me like once a month, like, hey, look at this thing. And they were like, we're probably not gonna get your money actually, because they went bankrupt. So everything you signed up for sucks for you. I was like, okay. But surprisingly, dude, on Tuesday or Thursday, they sent me an email that was like, we got your money. We got you $100. I was like, hey. They were like, dude, just enter your PayPal email and we'll send it over. And I was like, bet. So it actually worked. I was like, oh shit. And LZ fan says, I'm doing good, bro. Just got done listening to some good old Hideki Naganuma. They're gonna pop it. Dude, that's what's up. Yeah, I was talking to NetNavi the other day, because they're also a big Hideki Naganuma fan. And they found the OG sample pack. It's called like Spectral Sounds that Hideki Naganuma would use all the time in all the samples, like all like the little voice hits and stuff like that. But dude, that's sick, dude. That's dope you popped in. Yeah, if you have a second, dude, like another good YouTube video is there's like some really good video essays on like the different like sample packs used across games, and like Jet Set Radio, especially Hideki Naganuma, used them all the time. Like they're a big sample guy. So yeah. But who is it fills me on the whole class action lawsuit thing too many times on the apps. Yeah, I get them pretty often. So I was like, you know what? I'll bite. I finally tried one and I was like, oh, it'll take like 4 years, but maybe it's actually worth it, low-key. Dope Ramen says, sup fam, hope it's all going well. Hey, thanks for stopping by, dude. How you doing? This last time. But yeah, it's all going well, dude. We're just chilling, hanging out, making Monster Zero CDs. How about you? How's your Sunday, dude? LZ fan says, interesting enough, when Hideki was contracted with Just Radio, he did a whole soundtrack for an anime called Air Gear. Oh yeah, Skank Funk. That's funny. I didn't know that was the name. Yeah, I've seen Air Gear. Air Gear is super sick. And that soundtrack of Baller, yeah, dude. I love Air Gear. Was super dope. I think I watched like the whole first season. But yeah, that's funny. They went from like, you know, Air Gear, like the rollerblading anime, to, you know, Just Set Radio. But Wubba Lubba, I didn't know that. Thanks for sharing that, LOZ fan. But Wubba Lubba Dab, love your music. Thank you so much, dude. That's a funny name. Thanks for stopping by. How's your Sunday going? How you feeling? How you doing? Dope Ramen says, pretty sweet, killing it, brother. Hope you're too. Yeah, you know, we're talking here chilling. And we're killing it, dog. Getting it done. Hanging out. And Logan says, I get no likes on my Threads post for my label, and I still think it's easier to grow on Threads than Twitter. Lamau, yeah. Yeah, the thing about, like, the thing that bums me out about Threads and Twitter and stuff is that, like, so much of that social media platform is about, like, because, like, Instagram wants you to share stuff. They want you to, like, share with your friends. It's, like, their main goal. Threads and Twitter, they really want comments. They want conversations. So unless you're, like, posting rage bait, it's, like, really hard to, like, yeah, you know, grow on those platforms. So what they want rage bait. It's kind of like, ugh. Or they want just, like, you know, stuff that makes you comment. But Love says, yeah, dude, it's a sick name. And LZ fan says, I always thought your music would pair well with his stuff. Oh, thank you. Yeah, dude, no, I mean, I really, really appreciate that. Hideki Naganuma is, like, a legend. Yeah, I would hope so. I don't know, maybe one day, I don't know. We'll see where things go. Maybe one day, for some magical reason, we'll do something together. That would be crazy. I don't know if able to keep up, though, because, like, they're really big in, like, micro sampling. And, like, I don't know, they're kind of like a legend at that. But, Wubba Lubba says, good chillin', have a CD from you, I adore it. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much for grabbing it, and I'm glad to hear you adore it, and you're loving it, and you're feeling it. That's what's up. And, yeah, dude, I super appreciate it. Glad to hear you're, you know, chilling. But Logan says, bro, I've been trying to learn how to make Complextro for like a week. Chord progressions, best tutorial, 1 minute TikTok. Even helped me find a good tutorial. I keep this upside down. But what's it called? But yeah, I don't know how to make Complextro either, dude. Yeah, good luck. I've never tried to make that kind of music. I've always just made my own stuff. But I mean, not that I'm, you know, I've obviously started learning some other tutorials as well, but yeah, I haven't looked into how to make Complextro. But good luck, dude. Yeah, sometimes you have to just like figure it out yourself. I'm not gonna lie to you. Sometimes you gotta just listen. Like, just put your headphones on and just really listen. So, yeah. LZ fan says, I discovered your music through Instagram ads from Monster Zero. I still gotta buy it. Actually, let me do that right now. Oh, thank you, dude. I appreciate it. Yeah, it should be on groovykaiju.com. It'll give you this exact same link that Instagram would have gave you. But thank you so much, dude. I really appreciate it. And Sam Miller, what's up, dude? My bad. I'm just giving you chat. I haven't seen you forever, dude. Holy cow. So if you're signed tape and stickers from like 2 years ago. Oh, thank you. I'm glad you still got them and like you're still rocking with them. You also look like you're getting super fit. I have been, dude. I'm going to the gym after this. I'm in, you know, going to the gym, getting it going. I don't know. So yeah, but it's all just like, I don't know. I was even telling my buddy this the other day. I've been going to the gym a bunch, and all my muscles are just for show. I'm not gonna lie. Like, honestly, it still feels just as heavy to lift up stuff. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, I'm going to the gym. Thank you for noticing. Who says, have you heard about the recall on protein bars due to glass? The recalls right now are scary. I'm kind of like, please fix all the recalls before the next time I go to the grocery store. Because there's so many. But yeah, I think I've heard about that one. I also heard that the same factory that they made like some kind of like vodka seltzer was the same factory where they made Celsius, the energy drink, and they goofed and put the alcohol in the energy drink and the energy drink in the alcohol bottles, like in the cans. So we were buying Celsius, like anyone of any age, even underage, and they were just drinking them and not knowing that they were drinking. It's like, are you kidding me? But yeah, the food world has been, they got to figure it out. Skyer, yeah, who is it? But the glass adds a nice crunch to the protein bar. Oh, Skyer, comedy, dude. Hell yeah. But Locus says my label is electronic and Complextro and all that mainly. I feel that, yeah. And I'm trying locking in, but my dual enrollment classes just started. Oh yeah, dude, good luck. Yeah, dude, you're gonna have to figure it out, man. You have to like start living off of coffee, dude. You're doing so much, Logan. I'm happy for you, though. That's awesome. And Sam Miller says, yo, hit up at One-Up-B and make beats for him. You talking to Sam? My bad, Sam. Are you talking to me or Logan? Because Logan was talking about Complextro. Or are you saying I should hit him up? Sam, let me know. And LZ fan says, so happy on your finish journey, homie. Thank you. I'm proud to say I've lost 100 pounds in 6 months. Keep killing it. I'll keep going too. Hey, this is, dude, congrats. I think we talked about this, didn't we? Heck yeah, dude. Congrats on losing all that weight. That's what's up. Yeah, I think I lost about, I'm at like 198 now. And I started at like, the biggest I got was like, I think like 240, I want to say. But I'm like 6'2", so I'm like a lot taller. So like 240 isn't like that bad, I mean 6'2". But not that it's bad, but you know what I'm trying to say. But yes, I've, since like, I think I want to say like 2021, I've lost like 50 pounds. But since I started like going to the gym, I've lost about like another 20, 25. But yeah. But thank you, dude. I'm happy for your finish journey too. That's what's up. And LZ fans, bro, I don't understand people who can drink alcohol and with caffeine and energy drinks. That's a straight killer on your heart. Yes, dude. One of my favorite tweets of all time is like, I cannot wait for the day where we're all old. And it's like, if you've ever drinking a Four Loko, you may be entitled to financial compensation. Because there's no way. Whoever thought of that is ridiculous. You should not be mixing energy drinks with alcohol. That's crazy. It's like, usually it's the energy drink with alcohol. It's like, usually it's like, what were you drinking when you like decided to like just absolutely crash out while drunk? You know, one of those energy drinks with alcohol in them. Like they just make people crazy. You know what I mean? But did y'all see the viral thing of there's like a guy in San Diego who put on like a Darth Vader outfit and like went up to the city council and was like, oh yes, please continue with the flock cameras. It makes the Empire so happy so we can catch all the rebel scum. I love seeing that so much because sometimes I feel like people don't realize like, dude, you are the bad guy. You are the bad guy. Like you are the bad guy. You know what I mean? Like if you've seen Star Wars, you are the bad guy. Like it's that cut and dry, dude. Like, you know what I mean? Like, think about what you're doing for 1 second. You are the bad guy. Luke Skywalker would be coming for you right now, dude. So I love it when they like just make it like, if you were too dumb to get it, then like this is, you have to see it at this point. You know what I mean? There's no longer like a thing like that. Yeah. LZ fan says, dude, when I was in college party days, I could drink like an entire 30 rack of beer and be fine. If I drink 2 Four Locos, I'd be drunk and puke. What they put? Yeah, dude. No, that's completely valid. Four Loko is, you know what I mean? They build it in like a cauldron or something. It's forbidden liquid, dude. That's wild. You could drink a 30 rack and be fine. Were you like in a frat? And somebody else says, oddly enough though, some just want to be that bad guy. Yeah, no. Some people do want to be the bad guy, which is kind of crazy. But I don't know, I feel like it's the people who tend to be like, what do you mean I'm the bad guy? I just want to help my community. Like it's usually like the people who like think they're doing good. I don't know, they might be put on the act though. You know, some people be put on the act. Or they're like doing crazy logical stretching to make themselves think that they're the good guy. But when Darth Vader shows up to tell you you're helping the Empire, I feel like at that point it's like, okay, let me reassess everything. You know what I mean? But the LZ fans is Witch's Brew. Yeah, no, for real, it really is. Four Locos, Witch's Brew. And LZ fan says, no, I was a big fat guy, so I could drink a ton. I mean, it was just Bud Light, so I could download. Oh, okay, yeah. No, that makes more sense then, yeah. Sounds like dude, 30 is a lot. I was like, are you okay? Yeah. But yeah, if you're bigger, you can definitely take in more. Yeah, that makes sense. And if it's Bud Light, especially, that helps a lot. It wasn't like, you know, I'm trying to think of like a high alcohol beer, like a vodka or something. It's not itself vodka, but you know what I'm trying to say. But yeah, but I love the Darth Vader. Because I think I've said it on stream before, but like one of my theories I had with a friend was that like people who become bad people is just because they didn't watch Star Wars when they were young enough to like for it to really set in to like guide them for the rest of their life. You know what I mean? So yeah. So, you know, the fact to see Darth Vader, like, I knew it. My theory. I'm onto something. You gotta show your kids Star Wars early, or else they'll end up working for the Empire unknowingly. And real quick, LZ fan says, that does not mean I condone my activities. You feel me? I do feel you. Yeah. Yeah, you know, it's college, dude. Yeah, college. Yeah. I know you don't condone them. Who's it says? So many people want to be Doctor Doom so bad, but they end up being the Juggernaut. Yeah. Agreed. But y'all ever heard of like the rapper Russ? That's another person I love watching like their interviews and stuff. I'm not like a Russ fan, but I love watching their interviews because sometimes they be, who is it? Who? It's a Russ, just R-U-S-S. That's their actual name. But they're like the first, like one of the first, like I'm a just like completely independent blow up as an artist. Like they were like the first guy to do it. How do you spell it? R-U-S-S. Like Russell, but just R-U-S-S, just Russ. But yeah, they kind of make like R&B kind of rap. Like they're a rapper, but it's more that they like sing. You know what I mean? But yeah, they made an interview where I guess when I don't know, I liked it a lot because a few people I mean, it's not no one, I'm not trying to call anyone out, but they were talking about how, you know, pretty much all the songs they make to this day, they just use like stock plugins, like the same vocal chain. And LZ fans like, so almost like Outkast. I'll be honest, more like Drake. More like Drake. Like Drake's a rapper, you know what I mean? But like, Passion Fruit is not a rap song. We're keeping it real. But yeah, but they were talking about how like since they started in their bedroom all the way to like how big they got, like they have like multiple mega platinum songs and stuff like that, and they were like, LG, you are not doing a good job of selling me on Russ if he's like Drake. No, I'm not trying to. Honestly, I don't like, again, not to be rude to Russ if you're watching, but their music's not for me, so I'm not trying to sell you on Russ. I like their philosophy towards the music. Yeah, I'm not trying to sell you on Russ. Keep it real. But yeah, I guess the point I'm trying to make is that he's used the same like plugins since whatever, and this is more like a musical producer thing. But I guess because he's not like a big like mixing engineer or anything, people will oftentimes comment on stuff and like, yeah, it sounds like you don't want to mix your music. Like trying to like make fun of him, like all like the music school people who like go to school for audio engineering. And his big clapback was like, the song went triple platinum. Okay. Who are you mixing for then? You know, if it did the job. And you know, commercial success doesn't always mean how good the art is, but at a certain point, for it to get that many plays, like it's connecting with people and the art is conveying what it needs to. So at that point, it's like, is mixing it any better really gonna change anything about the song? You know what I mean? And I don't know, I like stuff like that. Because I'm a big, if it sounds good, it sounds good type of person. Which, if you hear my music, I think the mixing's okay. But I'm sure someone could be like, well, Groovy, you need to like add this isotope, whatever. But yeah. And LZ fan says, I can't diss anybody, man. I've had FL Studio on my computer for a decade and still don't know how it works. Yeah, no, I feel you on that, yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. Learning how to make music is so hard because it's like you pull up the program, it's just like one giant gray blob. Just a gray boxes everywhere. It's like, I'm not even looking at. Yeah, I remember when I first started, I was just so confused and just like clicking stuff to see what it would do. It took me like a good long time to learn how to make music. Yo, Roses, what up? How you doing? It's good to see you. Are you feeling better? Remember last time you had a headache? An LZ fan says, I'm a musician, I can't do it. Lol. Yeah, that's why I've kind of, I feel you on that. Because I kind of, I don't know, what really helped me kind of like finally get like where I think I sit in music is you ever seen the video of the Vice video on like how they making my way downtown, walking fast, faces fast, like it's like a Vice series that just talked about how one-hit wonders were made. And it was watching that video that made me realize, oh, I think I'm this role in music, but I have to do everything. But I'm actually like really good at this one thing. But Rosa says yes, and I'm finally feeling better. Oh, sick! I'm glad to hear. Yay! But how's your weekend been so far, Roses? Or since last time? How's your life been since last time we talked? In general. But yeah, and I found out I think I'm more of a producer. And essentially, what a producer is that it's in music in general. Like if you get deep into music, like Rihanna doesn't write her own songs. She doesn't write a lot of her own songs. You know what I mean? And like Ariana Grande isn't making the beats on her new albums. You know what I mean? Like there's so many hands in a pot for music. I even heard through some friends like, dude, like a mainstream song can go through like 30 different beat makers and producers. And like a K-pop song, that's even more. It's like hundreds of people will add like a snare drum to a K-pop. It's like crazy how much a project gets passed around in music. And everyone has their own roles and yada yada blah blah. You know what I mean? But anyways, I found out through watching that Vanessa Carlton video, what the guy would do, Ron Fair was his name, is that like essentially artists would come to him with their like songs, where it'd just be like on piano or something, like a songwriter would come to him. And his job was, okay, now that we know what the song is, I need to add all the ear candy and the different layers and instruments. And I'm the one that decides we need like violins here and stuff like that, because that would like add a certain oomph to the song. And that's why I was like, oh, that's what I'm good at. I feel like is like you can give me like, it's exactly the same thing, but you give me like a sample with a bunch of like stems, I can and then produce it into this is how the song should go. You know what I mean? So yeah, I was like, oh, but yeah, because like when the guy was talking, I was like, this is how I think when I'm making music. But anyways, Rosa says my health ruined my week, but other than that, nothing much happened. Oh, I'm sorry to hear. Yeah, that's a bummer. But I'm glad to hear you're feeling better. But it's still just more like headache stuff. And what do you do when your like health is not the greatest? What's your like gotta turn my brain off and just get better thing to do? Mine is watch like bad anime. All the anime that like people recommend to me, that's when I usually watch it. That's when I'm like sick. LZ fan says, when it comes to sampling and really doing your style of music, I think you have a different skill set than most producers. Oh, thank you. Learning how to use a sample or what to do with it is just entirely different instinct, TBH. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I think that's and to your point, yeah, I think, and that's what I'm kind of like, yeah, we're kind of talking about the same thing, I feel like, LZ fan. Because I feel like most samplers, people who sample, it's like they aren't necessarily like, I guess you are songwriting because you're like deciding where the sample goes, but it's kind of like still like production, because like, I don't know, after I watched the video, I was like, oh, there's like a job in music. Like the executive producer is like when they give a guy a thing, and yeah. But it's just sampling kind of came about kind of because like maybe they aren't like writing all the chords and stuff like that, but they understand how to take all the chords and like make a song. You know what I mean? I don't know. So yeah, to your point, it's an entirely different instinct. That's the point I'm trying to make, is that like most music actually has like 10 different people to make a song, but you tend to be good at one of the 10 steps. You know what I'm trying to say? And I'm like, I think I'm good here, but some people are really good at here. And yeah, yeah. Hopefully I'm making a good point. I don't know. My bad if it's hard to explain. Just because I don't have like a visual. Yeah. And Rosa says, headaches and stomach issues. I just play Air Ride actually. Oh, sick. Yeah, someone came by. I felt bad, Rosa. Someone came by, one of my actual like IRL friends I used to work with. And then, what game should I buy for my Switch 2? And I was like, oh, this one. And everyone was like, if Rosa was here, she would say Air Riders. And you're like, oh, yes. I think it was Sky that like called it out, yeah. But yeah. We're like, oh. But I think they ended up getting Donkey Kong Bonanza. And real quick, Logan says, okay, good, I'm going to bed. Oh, sick. I have one cool thing. Ava likes to use my labels, release links on their website, and a new song. Hey, cool, I'm glad to hear. Logan, that's what's up. Yeah, enjoy going to bed, and take it easy, dude. Enjoy sleeping. Get you around. See you Tuesday if you're free. Rosa says, it's still been an amazing experience. It's also how I met into the group, not feeling well, so it's a nice way to look at it. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm glad to hear that, your Air Rider friends are still doing good and like still been a fun time. Yup, Lamau. Yeah. Yeah, we know you well enough, Roses, to be like, yo, Air Riders is the truth. We need more players online. I'm struggling to find people I didn't encounter in my friend group. Oh yeah. Is there like a Air Riders Discord server? Is there like an Air Riders YouTuber you can like try to find and see if they have like a Discord? Or that, or maybe just gotta wait. Maybe the person hasn't revealed themselves yet. Yeah, and there's one more point from the Western interview I wanted to bring up. It was mixing, and I forgot what it was. I don't know, but this was a really good interview. If anyone ever needs like half music philosophy, half music business interviews, let me know. I've watched a lot of good ones. But then what else? What's cool is Apple Music also said that remember we talked about last time how Spotify actually like low-key had a W where they were like, actually we're gonna go ahead and label all the AI music and stop recommending it. And it was like, thank God, dude, hell yeah. And but Apple said that they're gonna start later this year stamping music created with AI. But the thing about Apple is rather than Spotify's gonna go and try to sniff out all the AI artists, Apple is just like, only if they self-report. Which surprisingly though, Spotify says most people self-report their AI stuff. Like they'll just say made with AI, they don't mind tagging it. Like most people aren't trying to hide the fact they're using AI when they're uploading, surprisingly. Except Phoenix Flexing, but yeah. Anyways, Rose says, there is a Discord server, but it's more of a me problem. I'm not comfortable randomly finding people to play with, or else I'd be happy to jump into D&D like that. I feel that, yeah. Also, the issue is the game doesn't merge with international players, which are more out there for the US. Oh, that's wild, huh? But yeah, no, I feel you on, meeting randoms on the internet. Yeah, it is tough for me sometimes too to just make friends online because you never know. People be a little goofy when you meet them randomly. Yeah, but hopefully, like, you naturally meet them soon. And that's why the game is more popular internationally than in the US. You would think it would be the opposite. When you say international, do you mean more like Europe or Japan? Because Japan I could see being really popular. But even then, like, population-wise, Japan's like, oh, we'll see, yeah. But who is this? So Apple almost did something right. It's they got the right idea, just not all the way there. That's the halfway, but I'm not really there move. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think Apple's kind of still, I don't know. But to be fair, Apple, not even to be fair, I think Apple should do and sniff it out. But Apple Music is kind of like, they're just like, look, it's just there. Apple doesn't even like recommend music, if I'm not mistaken. They don't have like an algorithm thing. I think they just kind of like, you want music? We'll give it to you. Just pay us money. That's their whole deal. If I'm not mistaken. LZ fan says, some people I know, they'd be listening to AI music and never even know it. So send me something and I'll point it out. Yeah, LZ, that's been the problem. So we were talking, I think a stream or two, either last stream or the stream before, about how Spotify was recommending AI music. And the reason why they stopped is because they kept getting complaints from users like, why do you keep recommending me music that's AI? It's like, I feel like I'm being cheated out of my description, yada, yada. Like, this isn't what I'm paying for. So listen to AI music. I'm listening, what I mean? So because of that, people were like, I'm going to unsubscribe if you don't like stop serving me AI music that I didn't even ask for. So Spotify was like, oh, and they started like, trying to like fix because they were like afraid we want to start leaving Spotify for like Apple Music and stuff. So yeah. So LZ fan, hopefully that should stop pretty soon because that's what Spotify said they're going to do. Is they're going to start labeling and like stopping it from being recommended. But Rosa says it's Japan in terms of international audiences. They love Kirby. Yeah, it's a friend group in question. I can also appreciate their friendliness. Not sure about others. Yeah, I'm not surprised if it's Japan then. But I don't know. It's wild to me how many people out in Japan play games because like if you think about population, I think Japan has as much population as California, but the US has like way more people. So you would think even if it's like a fraction of US people play Kirby, that means like everyone in Japan's playing Kirby. You know what I mean? To like have a bigger online audience. But Unholy Zero, what up, dude? How you doing? Good to see you. How you been? It's been a while. How you feeling? And Rosa says, I'm so surprised to see they did something. Yeah, I am surprised too, but it's because Rosa, they just noticed it's going to affect the bottom line. Spotify doesn't care about music. I've read the whole book. They do not care about music, but they do care about people saying subscribe and having a good customer experience, because they know that's going to like ruin the app and people are going to leave if they don't. That's why they did something. And Skyr says, speaking of AI music, Tyga released an album. I know, I saw that. I didn't listen to it at all, but I loved that Anthony Fantano made a video that was just like, Tyga did not release a new, like it was like Tyga's new album review and it just said not music on the thumbnail. I was like, hell yeah. Let's go, Anthony Fantano. And like they refused to review it. They made a video just refusing to review the album. I was like, hell yeah, dude. Unholy Zero says, they need to be able to opt out of all AI generated music. Not gonna lie. Yeah, Unholy Zero. That's what Spotify, I mean, you're not gonna be able to opt out, but they're gonna label it and they're gonna stop recommending it. So it becomes way, 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 way easier to avoid. And it's not gonna just pop up for you anymore. That's what they announced on Unholy Zero. So I don't think they're gonna add a toggle that's just like disable. They might, but they're not, you know what I mean? As of right now, it's just gonna be not forced on your face anymore. So you kind of have to like seek out AI music going forward. On Spotify, at least. And LZ fan says, God, I missed the Kirby TV show. Rose says, Kirby anime mentioned. I know, dude. Yeah, it was a hella good show. LZ fan and Roses. Yeah, we talked about it a bunch. The show was super cool. I wish it just was on like Cartoon Network or something. In fact, it was always on 4Kids TV. I was never awake early enough to watch it. But Unholy Zero says, doing okay, been sick recently, but besides that, I got a better job, last one pretty good. I'm glad to hear, dude, hell yeah. How's it going for you? I'm doing good. I'm just chilling, making Must Save 1 0, Must Save 0 CDs. Must Save 1 CDs in a couple weeks, we'll be making those. But yeah. So I've been chilling, can't really complain too much. Been hanging out. Just pretty much getting ready to launch this album so I can, yeah, see what my next chapter of life opens up after. You know what I mean? And thankfully my health has been really good lately, so yeah, I'm stoked on that. I said the deal says, with Spotify upping the cost of premium, they better start caring what people want. Yeah, no, for real, dude. For real. Yeah, they've been raising prices and stuff like that. And what's crazy too is they keep raising prices and like bundling other stuff so the artists don't get paid more. It's been pretty sad because like they'll like raise the price because like we have audiobooks now and the new price increases for the audiobooks, not for the music. But it's like, are you kidding me, dude? Please, bro. And who is it says, even Pitchfork reviewed the album and gave it a straight 0 out of 10. I saw that. I was like, hell yeah. I'm glad that the music industry is like, no, you're a clown. Get clowned on. Hell yeah. I'll have to listen to the album. All I already know it sounds like. Dun, 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 dun. But LFC fan says, also my favorite album of yours is Destroy All Monsters. I don't think I messed with the team. I don't think I missed the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle Time sample in Barbosa. Hell yeah, dude. Dude, I'm glad to hear Destroy All Monsters is your favorite. Yeah, I'm so stoked when the album came out. Thank you. And I'm glad you caught the sample of that. Yeah, dude. Because I don't know, I just played that game so much as a kid. And I just remember like, you know, because I was a kid, so I couldn't necessarily ever get past like the first or second level. So I just remember hearing that, you know, Big Apple. Yeah, so many times that like I could hear it in my brain perfectly crisp. So I was like, I had to put this in a song. I had to put it at the very beginning too, just because, you know, it's always the beginning of the level. I don't know. You get it. I'm glad you caught it, dude. And real quick, Cademan, because I know you're on Instagram, you probably stopping by. I love your music. I just got my Sub-Zero record. I'm so excited. Yay! Thank you. I'm glad to hear it, dude. Glad to hear it made it safe and sound. And dude, thanks for loving my music, dog. How you doing? How's your Saturday? You have a favorite song on it so far? But thanks for grabbing it again. I appreciate it, dude. Rosa says, it's weird how these companies are stubborn to care because logically speaking, if you want money, wouldn't you listen to customers, but they don't. Yeah, well, I guess this is an area where Spotify is listening. But it's because they don't listen to customers, they listen to data, Rose. That's the thing. Because I don't know, they're so business brain that it's like they feel like some questions can be answered by customer surveys, but some is just based on the data. And like it depends on like what the company sees as valuable. It's kind of dumb. And I'm not saying that what they're doing is right. I'm just saying that's how they, I don't know, after reading that book, that's how their brains operate. It's like, if the amount of time on the app doesn't go down, we don't care. Sadly. And somebody else says, they need to make a channel where it's just 4Kids Classics. I take it, if it was just on Pluto TV or something, that would be super sick. They do need that something there. That would be super dope. Because 4Kids TV kind of had classics, dude, but I don't know, it was only like on Saturday mornings only. Something like that. And I was like, bro, this should be like Cartoon Network. LZ fan says, I had an SNES when I was a kid, and Alley Cat Blues and Sewer Surf are my favorite song. Yeah, those songs are super dank, dude. I love those songs. Alley Cat Blues was hella good. And Caveman says, favorite song is for sure Never Ending Dandy. Hey, I'm glad to hear, dude. Thank you. Yeah, so, and I'm glad to hear you love it too, Roses. Thank you so much. Yeah, so, I mean, Caveman, just throwing it out there. I have another album coming out next month. And that's one thing I'm kind of like, oh, I wonder if any of the songs are hearing me better. You know what I mean? Because I don't know how I'm going to top that song. I'm not going to know. Because the whole time I was making the album, I was like, are any of these songs better than Never Ending Dandy? And I was like, I don't know, dude. I don't know. So yeah, so hopefully Monster Tape 1 has a song that's as good, if not better. But thank you for letting me know. Because yeah, that song low-key changed my life, I'm not gonna lie. It's just funny too, because it's like, you know, most people's songs go viral. That was just the song that people liked the most on Monster Tape 0, and it just, you know what I mean? Kind of had like the opposite of viral. If that makes any sense. And LZ fan says, I've been watching some nostalgia shows in general, rewatching Code Lyoko because they're actually making a new season. Dude, that's sick. I know I did hear about that. That's cool though. Yeah, Code Lyoko. I don't, this is gonna sound, no, I should, I don't know, Code Lyoko, every time I think about it, I just think, why were their heads so big, dude? Their foreheads were so big. It low-key used to like uncanny valley me as a kid. Like I liked watching Code Lyoko because I thought it was cool. They were all in the cyberspace and stuff like that. But at the same time, I was like, why do they look like that, dude? And then I found out as I got older, they were like made by like a French animation studio. And I was like, what were they doing in France? But they were like, yo, their heads gotta look like this. You know what I mean? I don't know. I hope that's not. Is that just me? Rosa says, Sonic and Sonic Boom cartoon was the only exposure to Sonic for a while. It's kind of funny to me. Speaking of 4Kids Classic, that's cool. Yeah, I remember Sonic X was super sick. I remember watching that like from time to time. Yeah, but I just remember like wanting to watch like Pokemon and the Kirby show. And I just like, yeah. Dude, those are always the hardest ones for me to catch. And LZ fan says, you could land a plane on them foreheads. No, dude, you really could, dude. You really could. And it says, Code Lyoko was a good show. Didn't help that the first episode, the villain almost killed everyone before they managed to return to the past. That show was crazy. It really was crazy. It was so crazy. That's another thing too, like sometimes it would creep me out because like to your point, like the villains would be like, all right, I'm going to murder the children now. It's like, oh my God. And they would like actually get pretty close to what they wanted to do. And it was like kind of like Matrix where they had to go to that weird little shed and like explode every episode. It was a weird show, dude. And LZ fan says, I think it's really underrated just because it had some crazy things and sort of thing for a cartoon. It is, yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. It's just, I don't know. That's the thing, LZ fan. I remember watching it as a kid, like, this is high art. You know what I mean? Like recognizing as a kid, like I am watching high art about people with big foreheads. You know what I'm saying? And Rosa says, I gotta watch it to see the continuation though, although I'm concerned because bringing back something so stylistic down to the writing. It's hard on Monday. Yeah. Yeah, because that, I don't know, Code Lyoko was a very unique show. And I agree, Roses, because I don't know. I just felt like something that was like, yo, look, like you had to be there type of cartoon, you know what I mean? Like I couldn't imagine trying to like make that as an artist this many years later. It was a different time, man. Oh, an LZ fan says, well, good news, they brought back all the original writers, yeah. Let's see if they can, you know, they still got it. Because I don't know, even me, like I don't think I could remake the same type of music I was making to Show Monsters, but you know. Let's see, they probably can. And who is it says, exactly, when it comes to like how kind of like brutal the show can get, it's like by the end of it, they was just like, why? The kids did nothing wrong. Exactly, yeah. I don't know, there's just so much Code Lyoko stuff. And not that I'm talking bad about Code Lyoko LZ fan, I know you're like, I like the show. But it's just, I don't know, to me it was just like, it tripped me out more than anything. And LZ fans, they say that they wanted to preserve what it was and continue well. Okay, cool. Well, let's see. Yeah, I'm super stoked for him. That's what's up. Nah, you know what I mean? I'm sure they could do it. I mean, they could probably do it. I mean, we all know they could do it better than some new team, right? So yeah. And Rosa says, now the animation is the only concerning thing, but I cut some slack. How hard it is? Yeah, that's the thing too, is the animation, it was like of its time, you know what I mean? Like there wasn't like crazy animation technology right now. So like back then they had to just do what they could use, you know what I mean? So I'm sure the technology gotten a lot better. Or not, yeah, a lot better since then. But then, yeah, it was a show of its time, you know what I mean? They were using technology at the time and stuff like that. Just, yeah, it was wild. LZ fan says, the entire series is on YouTube. Creators like, yeah, just watch it for free. Alright, yeah, maybe I gotta rewatch it. Because yeah, you know, it might just be like nostalgia goggles, like just being as a kid, like, what is this? You know what I mean? But William, I'm good to see how you doing. Got my stickers yesterday. I'm glad to hear they made them seem safe and sound, William. That's what's up. Those got there pretty fast too, thankfully. It's awesome. I know we live on like other sides of the country. But yeah, Code Lyoko's wild. But yeah, if I get a second, I'll check it out, LZ fan. That's cool though, you're enjoying it. Because I you know, that's awesome. But yeah, I think I mentioned it, but it's like dust storm season in Arizona right now. So I almost got caught in another dust storm after the gym the other day. I went to the gym with my buddy. We had to like stop doing the gym early because like we got like one of those alerts that are like, you know, on your phones, like weather alert. And yeah, it was crazy. And I hate getting caught in the dust storms, like even like before they actually start, because like you have to take a shower afterwards because you just like feel like you're covered in dirt. It's like super gross. Yeah, and what's wild is that it's kind of like unfortunate timing, but I mentioned that like the apartment building, like the actual physical structure next to mine, caught on fire, and I slept through the whole thing. It's kind of like, uh-oh. Probably should be not such a heavy sleeper. But anyways, because there was a dust storm and the building was like still being repaired and stuff like that. That entire apartment now, like literally everything in the apartment was just like destroyed. It just like was getting just pummeled on by like tree branches and like, you know, I mean, I was like, dang, dude, my apartment complex can't catch a break. That's crazy. Yeah, LZ fan. Yo, why does my nap smell a little smoky? Yeah, exactly. Well, I guess what I think happened, LZ fans, because my sleep schedule is all messed up because I'm doing music stuff. So like sometimes I'll be up till like 8 in the morning packing Monster Tape orders. So So because of that, I'll sleep from like 8 to like 2, sometimes. All depends on the day. I try to go to bed around like 2 or 3, but sometimes I'm like, I gotta get some work done, So I'll stay up to 8 if I have to. But yeah, so it was one of those nights where I think I like stayed up to like 6, got all the orders ready to ship the next day, and I went to sleep. And when I woke up at around like noon or 1, I checked my phone and it was like, hey, there was a building that was on fire, don't know where we fixed it. And I was like, all right, cool. And I went outside to go on my I usually will make pancakes in the air fryer, and I was like go on a walk around my apartment complex to get some sunlight. So I'm just indoors all day. And as I was on my walk, I literally just went to the next building over, and I was like, oh, that's where the fire was. And it was literally I could see the apartment building from this window right here. You can't see, there's a window right here. And I could look at it, and it was the one right next to me. That was on fire. Oh. An LZ fan says, have you figured out the jump off plan for transitioning from Monster Tape 0 to another album? What's the plan if you want to sell signed copies of other stuff or newer things? Yeah, so that's it. Thank you for asking. That's a great question. Yeah, so I think what I'm gonna do is I'm this kind of person, dude. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. If it's not broke, don't fix it. You know what I mean? That's kind of where I'm at. Where look, if there's still people that hear Never Ending Dandy for the first time and they're like, this is sick, hey, I'm not gonna stop them. You know what I mean? So the plan is with Monster Tape 1, essentially it gives me a brand new set of 14 songs to test to see what people like. And I'm essentially just gonna let them battle to the death. Where I'm gonna, because I have all the Instagram stuff going on for Monster Tape 0, I'm gonna just introduce Monster Tape 1 and let them fight to see who wins. And just run both. And see who's the better album. That's the plan. And whichever one sells more, I'll probably push more of that album. But if Monster Tape 0 stays the king, then hey, it's the king of the albums, I guess. So yeah. But I'm hoping Monster Tape 1 has at least and there's a difference between bangers versus I've never heard of this Groovy Kaiju guy before ever, but this song is so good, I need to check out this album. You know what I mean? Those are two different kinds of songs. So yeah. It's kind of what do they used to call him? Let me play Who's It real quick. Who's It says, same age as my uncle being unaware that his apartment next door caught on fire. He's fine with stuff. Yeah. No, I'll admit, yeah, that's kind of me. I know you're talking about you talk more about your dad, but uncle, you know what I mean? That's totally my energy. Is just, yeah, I could totally be completely unaware. It's just, I'm a heavy sleeper. If it's if I'm awake and some stuff is popping off, I'm it's time to go. In fact, I've been with on dates before. I've been on a date before and stuff's popping off. I'm like, hey, wanna go? You're like, why? And I'm like, I think we should leave. We can still keep hanging out, but I think we should leave. And you see later on the news, yeah, in that area there was this huge thing. And I was like, hey, I kept you safe. You know what I mean? So yeah. Leo says, I can imagine a newcomer first listening to Monster Tape 1 and then going to Monster Tape 0 and being like, oh boy, 2 cakes, feeling, yeah. No, hopefully, I hope that's the way it works out. That would be super awesome. That's the plan, but hopefully it works. That would be super great. And I've mentioned to you before, but apparently my astrology is saying this is my Wicked era in terms of Ariana Grande. So it's saying that that's what's supposed to be the case, but we'll see. You heard the 4 songs from the album already, so and there's 14 on the album, so we'll see. But LZ fan says, I think Monster Tape 0 has kind of been solidified as the premium album, but the helpful thing is, even if they don't buy it, they check out your other stuff. Yeah, no, LZ fan, that's kind of been the what's been double nice, is that even if people are I refuse to ever pay for music because why would I do that when Spotify exists? They still look up my music on Spotify, so it's kind of a win-win. Even if they're I would never buy an album. I'm like, hey, you know what I mean? All right, cool, man. You know what I mean? So, yeah. So I don't even have to promote my Spotify anymore because it gets promoted itself just through the Monster Tape 0. It was kind of funny. So yeah. And Subideo says, oh yeah, for me, I got that feeling because of those 4. Okay, I'm glad, dude. Heck yeah, Subideo. thank you. LZ fan says, my jam is on. Hey, I'm glad, dude. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if I've told you this before, LZ fan. I mean, other people have heard it before. What's funny about Taking Back Shinjuku is I almost didn't release it because I used to like get advice from friends before I released every song. And by the time I was making Taking Back Shinjuku, I like was in a workflow where I was like, I have to just release what I can make. And, you know, I released everything I was making. And so I sent to my friend after I already set it up to get released. And they were like, I don't know, man, this ain't the one. I was like, oh shit, I'm about to drop a flop. It dropped, like, I was like, this song is great. I was like, oh, thank God. It was really funny. I like the song, but yeah. And LZ fan says, dude, that's such a good intro of the album. I'm glad you kept it in. It's just tone for the, yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's the thing is that like they felt like as a single, because I released it as a single first, and they felt like as a single, like I was like, I don't know, man. But I was like, but it makes sense in the album, and then like, but then it dropped, and it crushes the single and the album, and you know what I mean. LZ fan says, Urbosa, VTech, and 1000, definitely my favorites out of that though. Hey, thank you, yeah. Yeah, dude. I'm glad to hear. Yeah, I really like I mean, I like all of them. That's why I released them. Yeah, after I think my favorites from Mr. All Monsters are. I mean, it matters, but I guess it does matter. But you know what I'm trying to say. What are my favorites from the album? Yeah, the pull that my bad. Just because sometimes I'll mix up Just Raw Monsters and Miracle Raptor's track list for some reason. And LZ fan says, Arcade Days reminds me of Sonic Adventure 2 for some reason. I got no clue why. I mean, honestly, I don't do it on purpose, but sometimes I feel like music I listened to as a kid just comes out, like unintentionally. And I used to play a lot of Sonic, because my stepmom was a big Sonic fan. So because she was a big Sonic fan, she was like, yeah, I'll play Sonic all the time. You know what I mean? I played a lot of Sonic Adventure 2 growing up, especially the Chow Garden. So sometimes like it just kind of like, well, you know what I mean? Unintentionally. But I'm glad though. Sonic Adventure 2 soundtrack's sick, so I'm not mad about that. Thank you. Yeah, I think my favorites are VTech, Ginseng and Honey, and Baby Powder Incense. Baby Powder Incense is really good. There was, I mean, not to be weird, but there was this one girl I dated that she was like, to this day, I still cannot understand how you made Baby Powder Incense. And I was like, I had it. And LZ fan says, when's your bonus track rap song coming out, like Pumpkin Hill? I know, yeah. One of these days. That's kind of like what Goodbye Earth is supposed to be on Through the Galaxy. Yeah, one of these days. I don't know. I do want to... I sometimes debate if I should rap more. I kind of want to get into singing, but I don't know. I have to learn how to like do vocal mixing better. I'll be practicing in my car, I'm not going to lie. William says, I hope I'm not blowing a big bubble here, but I love all your tunage, even though a lot of it sounds like old 80s porn flick music. No worries, William. But no, dude, I think it's good. I mean, sometimes the music was good. I'm not gonna lie. So yeah. And LZ fan says, Ginseng and Honey is a pretty acceptable date night track. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, just one of my core memories was talking to my buddy, Kareem. And I showed him Ginseng and Honey, and I remember him just like, it was like, I think 2 a.m, and I was like, it was like during COVID time, so we were just catching up. And I played him the song, and like the whole time I was playing it, he was just going like this, like, dude, this is the best song you ever made. You know what I mean? And just, I have like that Zoom call in my brain forever. So it's a bit because the song is really good, but it's also just a bit of like, it reminds me of my friend just being like, this is the best song you ever made. Just like half awake. And King, yo, nothing much, dude. We're just hanging out, King. How you doing? Actually, no. What did you? No, we didn't miss anything. We was talking about Monster 1 and stuff. Just chilling. How you doing, King? How you feeling? If somebody else says Lamau, that song warrants that movement. Yeah, it was just funny too because it was like half. They weren't like drunk. It's just they were really sleepy because they were like, I'm about to go to bed. I'll listen to your song real quick. So they were just like, yeah. No. I'm glad you agree it wants that movement, though. LOZ fan Groovy Kaiju here playing his own track in the car, be like, oh man, this song's so good, I would have made it. Well, actually, that happened once. I'm not gonna lie, LOZ fan. Because some of the time I know, but there was one time where I had the music down super low, and all I could hear was the kick, and I was like, yo, these kicks are crazy, who made this? I turned it up, and I was like, oh, it's me. That was pretty funny. Not that I'm like so into myself like that, where I'm like, you know what I mean, yada yada. But it was like a genuine moment where I was like, damn, who made these kicks? Let me turn this shit up. And I was like, oh, that was me. But King says pretty good and glad to hear lol. Yeah, thank you, dude. Yeah. Hell yeah. It was it lol. Yeah. My bad. I'm laughing too much. King says, I forget what song you said I should try to cover, but as long as you got your permission, I'll try from tape 0 table. Hey, thank you. Yeah, go for it. But the song is called Emerald Hunter. It's on Monster Tape 1, so coming out next month. Actually, I filmed the little live set video for it, and yeah, the bass line's like dum 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 dum. I don't have the sheet notes though, or the tab. My bad. So I got it from like a. It's actually trippy how I made the song. It's like the sample pack was kind of crazy. But real quick, LZ fan says, my genius sometimes is almost frightening. I mean, other enough sometimes. I mean, but I feel like it's not even like genius. It's more just sometimes you be making music, man. Like it's like someone whispers in your ear, like, "Yo, do this." You're like, "Oh, that was sick." I don't know. Sometimes it's like intuitive more than anything. Like like you've seen the Michael Jackson movie where he's like, "Oh, I'm waiting for the creator to give me my next song." Sometimes it feels like that, like for real. Like you just playing with a sample, and I'm like, "Damn, like, I don't even know how I made that." And King is like, I'll try and learn 90% of it by ear, so I'm sure I'll know it. Okay, thank you, dude. Hell yeah. But I was gonna say about Monster. Oh man. Yeah, the song's called Emerald Hunter. That's the one I can remember. But I guess to answer your question even more, LZ fan, about like how it dropped Monster Tape 1. So in terms of like fighting against Monster Tape 0 to see who's the better album, I'm kind of gonna do what I did for Monster Tape 0 all over again, where I actually did it like literally this week. I filmed a live set of the album, right? And then, so the whole 1 hour, and I chopped off every song into its own like live performance over a green screen. And then I'm gonna take all of those songs and redo the visuals and stuff, and then run each single individual song as its own like Instagram ad essentially, and then see which song performs the best in terms of like hooking people, and then make a montage again. And then run that against Monster Tape 0's montage to see like which one is the winner. And then yeah, we'll see. Hopefully they do just as good, because then it would be nice to have like, rather than the same like dun, dun, like over and over and over, you could have at least 2. So that's just the same song. But we'll see, I don't know. Some people kind of like the fact that it's one song though, so we'll see. A lot of people commented like, yo, those 4. So yeah. But King says, if I can figure it out, some interesting improv to do over it. If not, I'll just do the line. Okay, yeah. I bet you could, because like, yeah, the bass line isn't like too like, I bet you could totally like add some little improv. Oh, you'll hear it and you'll be like, what the heck? So yeah. But the only thing I am worried about with like kind of trying to like promote Monster Tape 1 is a lot of the songs have like heavy bass lines, and that doesn't come through a phone that well, because your phone speaker doesn't play like super deep bass. So I'm kind of like, ooh, hopefully this doesn't become an issue, because songs like Emerald Hunter, it's like, I'll be honest, it's like 90% like crazy bass line, which is why I'm like King, you like it. But yeah, so that's gonna translate very well to like a phone speaker in terms of like, hey, I'm gonna buy this album for the first time. I mean, because again, there's like a different type of music going on there. I need this. Like listening, I'm gonna be like, oh, this is sick. But like, kind of the goal is to get people who've never heard of Groovy Kaiju ever before to be like, oh, this is sick, off of like the first 3 seconds. But LZ fan says, Rock'em Sock'em Kaiju, 2 albums fighting. Yeah, literally, yeah. And I've been thinking about this for the longest time, of how I want to do like the Instagram announcement of the album, because I've only really talked about it on stream and like little bits to like the fan clubs and stuff. But I think to announce it on social media, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get the exact same 4 punches, and I think every time I punch the screen, I'm gonna make it like crack a little bit, like crack, crack, crack. And on the 4th punch, I'll like drop like, you know, the whole album cover and stuff and be like, Monster Tape 1 coming September 25th publicly, and just like, you know, and then play like a montage of the album, or like, you know, like a bunch of previews of the songs. So that'd be pretty funny to be like, boom, 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 boom. Yeah. Crack the glass. Yeah. I thought it'd be cute. But that's the idea I have in my head. King says, "Oh, that'd be crazy." Yeah. Yeah, because I had to, you know, I'm trying to like make the announcement, like do good on like a reel, so people like, oh shit, you know what I mean? Well, thank you, King. Yeah, yeah. I'll probably just make it in Canva. I can make a Canva like really easy. LZ fans, we talked about a long time ago because you answered my YouTube comment, but I think some people exposure confusion happens. Yeah, because they expect Groovy and find Ocean from like, yeah, it's something I just haven't had the time to like clean up. Because LZ fan, originally I was doing both Groovy and the Aviscerall stuff, but AI kind of like kicked the Aviscerall stuff and like, you know, kind of like broke its kneecaps. Because then a bunch of like AI generated lo-fi, well, not that I was trying to like make lo-fi just for the algorithm, but like pretty much it just didn't make as much sense to do the Aviscerall stuff anymore. And yeah, but LZ fans, I first feel better if you had a challenge just to Groovy would be better. Yeah, there was a confusion there. Because yeah, I originally had multiple artist aliases, but now I'm starting to just only focus on Groovy Kaiju. And originally my plan was to have me and all my friends do Ocean Front together. So I was trying to make like one umbrella store for me and all my friends, but it just didn't quite work out. But I just haven't had time to like redo everything. Yeah, you know what I mean? But yeah, I do agree, LZ fan. I'm kind of, I am taking an L there. That's something I got to improve on. But thank you for letting me know. I appreciate it, dude. It is good feedback. And William says, I've got to tell you, my grandbaby is going to be a little boy. Oh, no name yet. Well, congrats again on being a poppy, William. That's awesome that, you know what I mean, you're going to have a grandson. When you know a name, if you're open to sharing it, I'd be stoked to hear it. And LZ fan says, you could re-release some of the Alias tracks in the Groovy Kaiju branding. Yeah, I could, LZ fan. But the thing I'm afraid of is that like, then you would lose all the stats on like different streaming services and stuff like that. What I think I'm gonna do going forward, LZ fan, is I'm probably going, I don't know, this is like another, I don't know, honestly, I looked into it. I've been making Monster Tape 1 tracks since 2022. Since I was been like 4 years in the making. So my whole life for the past 4 years has been like Monster Tape 1, Monster Tape 1, Monster Tape 1. Now it's finally dropping. I have to like, what do I do with my life after this album drops? I honestly don't know. I've been debating on what I want to do next year. A lot of ideas. I think I might go back to doing regular single releases. And what I'm thinking, LZ fan, is I might just release a bunch of new singles and stuff, but to do like Groovy Kaiju, the Alias. So that way I kind of, you know, they're both, you know, and I'm trying to like slowly merge everything into Groovy Kaiju, but it's going to be, yeah, it's just a lot. It's just a lot. And I think that I could go back and like redo all the old lo-fi albums and put like, you know, Aviscerall, Groovy Kaiju on them. I probably should, but yeah, it's just, I don't know. It's, yeah, there's not much. Yeah, I don't know. Because more of my constraint is like time than anything, LZ fan. Because I could stop and do everything like that, but it's also like, or should I work on the next album after Monster Tape 1? I mean, it's like, what do I do? I don't know. So yeah. But yeah, I need to make things less confusing. I do agree. I kind of goofed. On that. But also too, another thing about specifically YouTube LZ fan I found out, there's an artist named Eldre who does their entire YouTube everything through their artist YouTube account. And I guess artist YouTube accounts have different like algorithm rules on them, they were saying. So there is like kind of a thing where I would need to have a second YouTube anyways. to get like just normal YouTube behavior. Otherwise, YouTube's gonna think I'm just releasing music on the Groovy Kaiju account. So I can't use the official Groovy Kaiju account, or else things will get goofy. But Rosa says, I'm gonna CP. I'm going to bed now. Good night, guys. Take care. Good night, Roses. Take it easy. Yeah, we'll have a stream for another like 30 minutes. But yeah, night, Roses. Yeah, because it is getting late. But yeah, take it easy. Thanks for stopping by. But yeah, there's like also like a technical thing out there. Oh, it's funny. LZ fan. Do you know how to take a YouTube tag? I made LZ fan when I was 10. I'm 27 now. That's funny. My YouTube account actually shows up as my actual username, Wolfas. I don't know why it says LZ. Oh, it might just be because of the thing I'm using. Not gonna lie. I use like some thing that takes all the chats in. But yeah, on the chat it comes in as LZ fan. I'll be honest, I don't know. You might have to Google it, dude. Or like, yeah, maybe check your YouTube settings. But I think there is a way to change your YouTube like that. But I feel you. Honestly, I made Torch 2424 when I was 6. I just never changed it. I've been with it since my whole life. That's another thing I might not like figure out. Because part of me is like, I should just be at Groovy Kaiju. But at the same time, I've always been Torch 2424. I can't let it go. That was my old Pokemon Forums username. I can't let it go. That was my Maple Story name, dude. And Zaku says, I mean, you have your placeholder account. Yeah, I do have my placeholder Groovy Kaiju account. I'm going to use that, though, pretty soon. That's also another thing that's going to happen. It's after Monster Tape 0, then Kimberly is going to come in. I'm going to tag her in, and she's going to start running the at Groovy Kaiju account as like a community, like meme account kind of thing. Just like put Groovy Kaiju stuff out there. So she'll be like cutting up a bunch of interviews, and like she's going to make a bunch of like Family Guy clips with like Groovy Kaiju music on it. It's going to be a good time. LZ fan, maybe it's a Google. Yeah, I think it's a Google thing, LZ fan. I'm sure it's like, you know, Google settings sometimes can be really complicated. But yeah. Yeah, so the Groovy Kaiju, actually, I do have a plan for it, finally. What else did I want to bring up? Does anyone here cook with Greek yogurt? That's been my latest new strat. Is as I mentioned before, I've like been looking for like a sauce that would work well with my stomach. Technically, Greek yogurt has lactose, so I'm not supposed to eat it, but I found out you can buy like lactose drops where you like drop it in the milk and you just mix it in and you wait a day, and then apparently it like removes all the lactose. Which I'm like, okay. So I bought some of those, put in my Greek yogurt, and it did help a little bit. But yeah, I made like a crazy like taco cream sauce thing with Greek yogurt where this guy says only if it's got fruit or something in it, or if it's being used for cooking. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Greek yogurt with fruit is pretty dank. Yeah, but I'm about to put y'all onto my crazy Greek yogurt recipe. What I do is I get Greek yogurt. You got a bunch of turmeric, cumin, paprika, cayenne pepper, and oregano. I have to like visualize my spice cabinet. And I think that's everything. Oh, tahini. That's the secret. Because essentially, you could buy lime juice, but tahini is like, honestly, just crystallized lime. That's what it tastes like. So, yeah, you add all that to Greek yogurt, just mix it up. It becomes like this like orangish brown cream sauce. And I threw it on tacos, and dude, it is crazy how good it is. I made a chimichurri, and I was like, this tastes like butt compared to my Greek yogurt sauce. And somebody else says, did not know that was a thing. I eat it straight with some fruit and granola. That's pretty good, dude. But the thing that's crazy about Greek yogurt too, I'm so like fitness brain, so protein brained, that dude, Greek yogurt, like a whole cup of Greek yogurt's like 120 calories, but like 20 grams of protein. It's crazy. So essentially it's like, for the little sauce I just mentioned, you can eat like 10 tacos, which is like 2 tablespoons of Greek yogurt. And it's like 50 calories, but it's like 5 grams of protein. It's like insane. Whereas like a chimichurri sauce is like pretty much just vinegar and oil. And it's like 500 calories. Like something crazy for the amount you would use for like some tacos. So yeah. William says, I'm about to try an artificial sweetener tiramisu. Being diabetic, I can't have sugar. Yeah. My mom's also diabetic. She's like sugar-free everything. Yeah, artificial sweeteners. Yeah, are like big. I prefer stevia. That's a sweetener itself, but an artificial sweetener tiramisu shouldn't be too bad. And if I may, William, if you don't like it the first time, maybe give it like 2 or 3 tries. Because for artificial sweeteners, it take a while for them to, your taste buds to kind of get into it. I don't know why, but like, I don't know, whenever I eat sugar-free stuff, it took me like a good month until I was like, wait a minute, sugar-free is good. But it takes your brain a while to be like, I like this kind of sweetness. But the other thing is too, is, you know, I don't know this for a fact, so definitely talk to your doctor about it. But I think artificial sweeteners, if you're diabetic, can still give you the same insulin response. So still maybe be a little careful. I talked to your doctor, but I heard that somewhere once. The artificial sweeteners still can give you the same like insulin like thing that you need to like avoid. But don't listen to me, William. You know what I mean? Just throw that out there. Hey, Melodora, Dr. Bob, what's up, dude? How you doing? How you feeling? Yeah, Melodora and I went to high school together. Everyone in high school used to call me Bob because of Bob Marley. So yeah, but I've been had my locks. William says, I eat a lot of artificial stuff now. I'm trying to get good with artificial so I can teach the little one how to cook with it so mom and dad don't freak out over the sugar. Yeah, I feel it, yeah. Yeah, if that's the case, William, I highly recommend stevia. That's my favorite artificial sweetener. Because you can bake with it, you can put it in the coffee, and it tastes pretty good. Skyr says, I cannot stand most artificial sweeteners. Something about the aftertaste offends me. Yeah, that's the thing, Skyr. It's kind of like VR, where you just gotta like power through it for a good month, and after a while, you're like, okay, this is pretty sick. It's a crazy analogy, but actually it's the same thing. You have to just like deal with it for a hot second, and then eventually you're like, this is good. Simply Dale, lol. yeah, it really is though. Like honestly, the first time I had sugar-free Red Bull, I was like, this tastes disgusting. And then like after like the 4th one, I was like, that's pretty good. So yeah. But I'm not saying you need to do it, Skyer, because like, I don't know, that's kind of one of my food things I'm trying to get over. Is like sugar isn't necessarily bad, you know what I mean? But bad for you, it's just moderation. They used to be like anti no sugar at all. It's moderation. You know, anyways, I forgot why I brought that up, but yeah, I don't know, just, you know, try it. If it's something you want to try, I'd say, yeah, just you gotta power through it. And this is that analogy does work. Yeah, I'm telling you. I couldn't get over motion sickness, but I could get over artificial sweeteners. And now I can do the B-movie analogy where it's, I prefer artificial sweeteners made by man. The thing part after he says, it has an aftertaste, but I like it. I need to rewatch that movie. That's what I need to rewatch. That and Koi the Yoko. When he says talk about religion and politics somehow. I don't think what's it called? I'm not too. I like my little astrology stuff. That's about it, religious wise. Technically, I go to a church now, which is kind of crazy. And that's someone who I'm into a lot of like kind of like alternative religions. I'm not gonna lie. But I mean, if you want, I guess I don't know. But I respect. My family's mostly Christian. Yeah. I don't know what else you want me to say. Yeah, other than that, what else? I think that was oh, and yeah, all the food recalls. That's crazy. I'm sad that eggs are getting recalled. I'm like, I eat hella eggs, dude. Like, not anything but the eggs. Bread also got recalled. That's crazy. Somebody else says, wait, crap, they are now too. Yeah, I think it's certain brands of eggs. So you, I don't know, just before you buy anything in the store, you might want to Google it first. And bread got glass in it, dude. Makes it extra crunchy, like Sarah was saying. Just make it, just make sure there's no glass in it, dude. It's crazy to say. And Veladora says, I don't have much of a sweet tooth, but I do consume artificial sweetened protein snacks and zero sugar soda. Yeah, dude. Yeah, the protein snacks are pretty good. Yeah, I'm big on string cheese and beef sticks. That's my go-to protein snacks. I used to do a lot of protein bars, but protein bars sometimes, low-key, they're like 300 calories for one bar, and I'm like, this doesn't really fill me up though. So that's why I kind of switched to string cheese, because that fills me up more for less calories. But, you know, to each their own. I used to drink zero sugar soda, but Velador, I got IBS now, dude. So I can't do carbonated stuff anymore, or else my stomach's gonna explode. And who is it says, we sure do love glass in our food. Yeah. And yo, Mark, dude, got my order on Friday. Thanks. Yeah, thank you, Mark. I appreciate you, dog. I'm glad I made it so fast. That was sick. That was super quick. Because we packed it on Tuesday, got it there by Friday. That's what's up. It's like, hey, got my prime shipping. Hey, who needs prime shipping when you got me, dude? I'm the prime, dude. I'm messing around, but thank you, Mark. I appreciate it, dude. Heck yeah. Somebody else says, if I start bleeding my mouth because of the glass in the bread, I'm suing. Yeah, dude, please do. Let me get in on that. Mark says, stomach issues come with a CS degree, it seems. Honestly, yeah, actually, it does. You mentioned that? All my buddies that are also engineers are the ones with stomach issues. Huh. That's interesting. What do they put in JavaScript these days? Must be all the Soylent. I messed it around. Eleanor says, same. You know, they got me. I know a gas station beef and cheese sticks got me. Yeah, that's what I was saying, dude. That's what I was saying. Gas station cheese sticks. Let's go. Somebody else says, bruh, facts, maybe the CS stomach issues. Mark says, I have GERD. What's GERD? I haven't heard of that one. Gastrointestinal reflex disorder? I made that up. I made that up. Acid reflux. Okay, yeah. Damn, that sucks. Yeah, isn't it like you need tons, dude? Yeah, perfect. Oh, let's go. I mean, let's not go. But I got the acronym right. Yeah, I don't know what it is about JavaScript, dude. It's probably because didn't they say that they found like neurons in the stomach? You know what I mean? Because I think like they actually, like your gut actually does have neurons, like it does something like brain wise they've discovered. So probably something about all the stress of writing C++ and JavaScript, your stomach's just like, oh hell no, dude. The neurons down here are like, nah, dog. No. What you're doing is inhuman. Yeah, Monito says, I'm gonna eat some beef maruchan. Nice, dude. Sounds good. Have fun. I haven't had top ramen in a minute. I can't have noodles anymore because of my stomach, which is a tragedy. And Marcolo says, can't eat as much pork belly as I used to. Yeah, dude, that's a bummer. Yeah, can I still eat pork? I think I can't, maybe. I can eat most meat, which is cool. Because I'd be struggling if I can only eat. Actually, no, because I'm not going to be vegan. That would make me sick. I don't know. And who is it says, forgot to add about the glass bread thing. There's oh yeah, haha, for the stomach just not handling JavaScript. That's funny. Who is it says, forgot to add about glass bread thing. There's also salmonella and potato chips. I have no clue. What are we doing? Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, it's kind of. I'm probably just gonna Google everything I buy at the grocery store next time. Like, I don't know. I'm trying to think of something funny I could say. Will my stomach implode if I buy this? Speedrunning life? No, it sounds like it, dude. Okay, but should I do one more? Do I have time to do one more? I think so. I don't think we have time to do one more. How about this? We'll just hang out for like 15 minutes. I'll start putting everything away. Because okay, I gotta go to the gym. So we could just hang out. Yes, we're running live. What else we got going on? You see they finally caught Tupac's murderer, dude? Guy who killed Tupac, they found him. Oh, real quick, Jesse says, you're good to see it. How you doing? Looking leaner, boss? Thank you. You know, I'm trying. Also, it's crazy. It's been almost 3 years since I went to my first crystal. I'll never forget that night. Met a lot of cool people since then. Blessed. Thank you. I'm so glad, dude. That's sick. Hell yeah. Yeah, not gonna lie. I saw that you and Ross, didn't you like play bass or guitar? One of the two. I saw you holding a guitar bass or something. Doing like rolling around at the speed of covers with what's that? Oh my god, I'm totally nerd blanking right now. But you know what I'm trying to say. I saw you and Ross like doing like a karaoke thing. It was super sick. But I'm glad to hear that, like, you know, you got to meet so many friends from that one show, dude. Hell yeah, dude. But it's good to see you. Jess, how you been? How you doing? And Skyler says, it took long enough. About time. Oh yeah, they're gonna go through the trial right now. Yeah, they're going through the trial right now. I guess the guy's name is Keefy D. And what's crazy is, I guess what happened, it was like something weird where like they, you know, the guy killed Tupac. Some goofiness happened where the police were like, we're just gonna sit on this for a while. And then like he ended up getting caught with selling drugs later on, like 8 years later. And they were like, oh, if you take this plea deal, then, you know, we won't take you to jail for drugs. And Keefy D told everything about how the Tupac murder went down, even like drew diagrams of who was sitting where and how the gun got passed around, like gave them every piece of information they wanted. And they were like, all right, cool, plea deal, you're good. And then like, because he got the plea deal, he just started going on podcasts being like, yeah, I killed Tupac. He just started telling everybody. He was like, yeah, I'm the guy who killed Tupac. I got a plea deal, so I can tell these podcasts now about how I killed Tupac. And I guess the reason why I killed Tupac is because him and Suge Knight beat up his like brother or something because they had like a beef. It's like a gang thing. He's like, I killed Tupac because he beat up my brother. Man, I showed him what's up. And was like going around podcasts for like ever. And then something happened where like Las Vegas Police Department were like, wait a minute. Just because you got a plea deal with the feds, doesn't mean you got a plea deal with us, and took him to court in Las Vegas. And then now he's like trying to like, you know, get out of his plea deal. And they're like showing actual podcast clips of him admitting the fact that he killed Tupac. And he was like, oh man, I was just saying stuff, man. I just made it up. I just want to look cool. It's like, no, dude, no, that's not what happened, bro. So he kind of told on himself. What's the MF Doom song? Rap Snitch Knishes. You know that? You ever heard the song? It's like Rap Snitch Knishes. No, I want the lyrics. Oh, I almost played it. Thank God. I almost got the whole stream taken down. He's like, rap snitches telling all their business, sit in the court, they be their own star witness. Do you see the perpetrator? Yeah, I'm right here. Mess around, get the whole label sent up for years. King. Yeah, right. King knows what I'm talking about. Sky sucks to suck it, I guess. Somebody else says, hell no, straight to jail. Exactly. That's how you set yourself up 101. Exactly. He did the MF Doom song, dude. And somebody else says, yes, I'm actually trying to do a mashup on it. Oh, sick, heck yeah. But I can sign more CDs while we hang out. I'm running out, low-key. That's cool, you're doing a mashup, dude. That's gonna be dope. Yeah, Keefy D got rap finish finishes. I love watching the you ever seen the clip of Mos Def singing that song where he's just like, MF Doom is so good, and he's like quoting that song and he's just like dying laughing. The perpetrator? Whoops. Yeah, not yeah. The prosecutor. I know what you meant. You see the perpetrator? Yeah, right here. What's also really funny is you all ever seen the meme about the 2016 XL, double XL freshman class? I don't know, that's maybe too much of a deep cut rap meme, but pretty much like there's a meme that goes around where it's like the first thing I'm gonna show my baby when they're born, and they pull up like the double XL. It's pretty much like every year the magazine double XL will have like a bunch of like rappers like up and coming do like a freestyle cipher together. And for some reason, 2016 is like the year where like most of our modern rap stars all came out of the same year. Like literally everyone in that class ended up becoming like something really big. It was like Anderson .Paak, Lil Yachty, Lil Uzi Vert, I think is there. Designer kind of, you know, that's debatable. But Designer did have Panda, and that song went crazy for a hot second. And some other stuff that went pretty good. But Kodak Black was in that class. Lil Dicky, which like went off to go do their own team. Like they all of them became successful, which is kind of like trippy that they all did. Because normally it's like one or two do, but like all of them did. So it'd be like, you know, a brand new baby like in their crib, and they pull up the YouTube video. It's like, you know, the beat starts playing. And Sky says for better or for worse. Yeah, definitely for better or for worse. That's true. But yeah, but Double XL did like a little mini documentary on like the making of that freshman class and like why it became such a meme and so important to some people. But my favorite part of that whole thing is I'm not like a Kodak Black fan, but when he starts his freestyle, he's like, who the hell chose this sorry ass beat? And the guy that made the beat is on the couch filming Kodak Black, like, oh shit, Kodak Black's rapping on my song. The first thing he says is, who made this sorry ass beat? Oh, it's so mean, but kind of funny, dude. I hate to admit it. Kind of funny. All right, we put everything away. We're gonna sign CDs for another like 15 minutes. And that's why I don't work with rappers, because I don't know if I could handle that. No, I'm kidding. I'm more, yeah, I probably should work with rappers at some point. I've been too busy. Yeah, that was a really cool documentary. And then other than that, do y'all like Remy Wolf, the artist? So I think it'd work. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I have like lots of friends that are like friends and friends of like other like low-key some pretty well-known underground rappers. That like, there's been like a subtle thing where you're like, yo, bro, we should work one day. But I just, you know, I haven't had time to be like, okay, here's how we're gonna do everything. You know what I mean? And Thibodeau says, I love Cinderella by Remy Wolf. Song so sketchy. Yeah, mine's Sexy Villain. And Toro is hella good too, Simply Dale. Yeah, she's dropping a new album pretty soon. And there's a song she just dropped a music video for called Bottle. That's hella good. It was really nice because like one of the top comments, because the song's about like kind of like drinking too much, and one of the top comments was like, I was gonna relapse tonight after like trying to quit alcohol, but then after hearing the song I decided not to. Thank you, Remy Wolf. And I was like, oh, I love music. So yeah, it was cool to see that. And Speedo says, hey, yeah, I know, dude. I was like, let's go. Yeah, maybe next year I'll make a music video. So I've been really into music video lately. I'm like, damn, I really want to make a music video now. It's time. What's also trippy is a book I want to read. Do y'all know Tears for Fears, like the band, like the UK band? They made the song like something something, everybody wants to rule the world. And they also made Mad World, technically. They also made it's funny because I don't know any of the lyrics, but I know all their songs. Like the shout, let it all out. Something, 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 something. Come on. They made all those songs. It was kind of. I'm familiar with that song. Yeah, exactly. Like they're like super legendary, but at the same time, I could not sing a single song without saying something, something, something. Come on. But anyways, what's really cool is that it's like a duo, but one of the dudes did like a book. He like wrote a book on a memoir. But what's really trippy about it is like low key, he was like a closeted astrologer the entire time. So he made his like autobiography where he's like talking about what happened in his life, and then he'll do like a couple pages of like why it made sense astrologically. I was like, that's crazy. So yeah. So it's like the first like autobiography written by someone that knows astrology, which is kind of trippy. And they're a musician, so I'm kind of like, oh, I want to see what the book is about. It's kind of cool. Then, you know me, I just like listen, like I don't know, it's kind of like I took my two special interests, like learning about artist interviews and astrology, and put them together, and I was like, let's go. So I'm super stoked on that. Dun, 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 dun. But what is really nice too for Mafia 1 is that I had to get all the visuals together. Oh, I guess one random pro tip, which actually kind of isn't a pro tip. It's kind of like a, you know, give credit where you can. Oh, did it just now tell you what I said, Pocket Jesse? Oh my god. Am I that delayed? Hope not. But oh, that'd be a message came about. But Pocket Jesse says, City Escape on acoustic. The set list was mostly anime opening themes. That's sick. Learned a lot from Ross during these months rehearsing Bukai Mori. It was great to learn. Life's been good. I'm glad to hear it, Pocket Jesse. That's so sick. Glad to hear y'all been able to like learn from each other and stuff like that. And that's super dope. That sounds fun though. Doing a bunch of acoustic anime cover openings. That sounds like a total blast. And no complaints? Hell yeah. Somebody else says, have you ever heard of Jungle? They made that one song for Peloton that kept moving. Oh, I haven't. That doesn't sound familiar, Tibbly Deo. And I assume you mean the band jungle, not like the genre, right? Dun, dun. Maybe the little like pro tip I was gonna give for like making visuals and stuff is that usually for visuals for my like live sets and stuff, I'll just get them from like YouTube. But then you get like content ID and stuff. So what I found out what works is there's a website called 3D GIF Maker, and you can upload like any PNG, and it has like all these different like 3D PNG effects. And then what I'll do is I like to get like a little like kind of a, it's called a quilt effect, but it like pretty much just duplicates your PNG, just like makes a video where it just, scrolls across the screen. And I just overlay that on top of the video with some semi-transparency, and then YouTube Content ID just isn't what it's looking at. Which I'm kind of like, because it's like unlisted, and I'm not trying to like, I'm like, yeah, I'm sure it's fine, but I always get credit where I can. But you know what I'm trying to say. Just throwing it out there in case anyone ever needs to like do visuals in the vaporwave scene. So I like to use it for like I'll find like old footage. Like I have a song called Low Riding on the next album. So I found a bunch of like old low riding footage. It's from like a low riding magazine DVD from like the 60s or the 90s. But somebody else says, yeah, band Roll recently came out with an album that was pretty good. Okay, sick. Yeah, what's the album name? Somebody else, and I'll listen to it after when I rewatch the VOD. Or if you have a favorite song, actually, probably a favorite song would probably be easier for me to catch. And Mothman, what up? Iron, just want to see how you're doing. I'm doing good, dude. Thanks for stopping by, Mothman. How are you doing? Yeah, we're just signing a couple more CDs before we call it for the night. I know it's getting late for people on the East Coast. Yeah, so the deal, you have to drive all day tomorrow, so thanks for hanging out, dude. 2 hours there and back, so like you'll be like driving for like 6 hours tomorrow. But it's gonna be worth it. Spend time with your partner. That's so sick. And who's it says only 11:18 p.m. still yawning? Yeah, I know, but some people got, I don't know, I guess maybe tomorrow might be some people got the day off, but you know, I know some people like to hit the hay early. And somebody else says, it's called Sunshine. Heavy on My Soul has been hitting for me along with Carry On. Sick. All right, future me, look up the band Jungle and the song Sunshine, Heavy on My Soul, and Carry On when I rewatch this VOD. Heck yeah. And somebody else says, for sure, probably gonna get some coffee before I start the journey. Dude, I'm telling you, get some truck stop coffee. Oh, that shit is, oh, I love truck stop coffee, dude. I love it. That's my vice. Caffeine, dude. I made it. Yeah, I kind of like road trips just for the coffee. Like, yo. And like, it's not good coffee, but I like the way it makes me feel. Try to explain. The way it makes me feel, and it makes me feel. Yeah, for the most part, I've been watching lots of music videos lately. All the Underscores music videos are crazy. Mothman says, I'm sleepy, I'll be heading back to bed soon. I spent a while napping. Hope you sleep well. Yeah, thank you, Mothman. You as well, dude. Hope you sleep well as well. Yeah, it sounds like it's time for bed. Alright, cool. Let's put this away. That's not enough CDs for now. Oh, but what's sick though, one of the things I'm hyped on for visuals from Monster 1 for the live set, which you're gonna see pretty soon, is so you know, the album starts with Orca Adventure 2, so like the follow-up to Orca Adventure DX. I mean Orca Adventure 2. Like it's been in the Monster Kingdom for a hot second, so the video was like heard it for a minute, but I finished it. And what's it called? But I was like, I realized Emerald Coast from Sonic Adventure, they never did like an Emerald Coast redo. Like it's always been just that one level. So Orca Adventure 2 is kind of like technically like Emerald Coast 2, but like it doesn't really make sense like that. So anyways, but so I was like, dang, like what can I use as visuals without using the exact same Emerald Coast visuals? And then I was like, wait a minute, someone in Bomb Rush Cyberfunk made an Emerald Coast mod, so you can play as Sonic and Bomb Rush Cyberfunk on Emerald Coast, modded to be for Bomb Rush. So like it's like Jet Set Radio. It's like if Emerald Coast was in Jet Set Radio. I don't know. And I used that as visuals, and it was like perfect. It was so perfect. I was like, hell yeah, this looks sick. And technically, they have Emerald Coast and Sonic Generations, but I was like, no, dude, the Bomb Rush version of this fits the song so much better. So yeah, I'm hyped on that. I can't wait till they drop Bomb Rush 2. That's gonna be such a sick game, dude. All right, but what are we doing for the thumbnail, you think? Here we got a little Ghidorah right here. It's too small though. I'll do this. No, that's too small. Baby, oh baby. I love this song. Oh shit. Hey, Dale, thank you, dude. I appreciate the Prime sub. Heck yeah. Dude, I super appreciate it. Wait, what are we doing for thank you, Dale. I'm sorry. I was wondering why it was cutting me. It was cutting on me. Oh, look, yeah, no worries. But yeah, we'll put on one of the Groovy glasses. If someone ever buys a plushie and you wear my glasses, I wore these glasses. Yeah, it's the plushie glasses. Cool. But yeah, I think we'll call it here, y'all, because I have to, I don't know, the gym. Video, heck yeah. Thank you. It's funny because every time someone would buy the plushie at like a show, they always like end up wearing them. They're like, that's for the plushie. Now these are for me. Wearing them for the rest of the show. It's pretty funny. We're actually running out. I think we have like 15 left. But I gotta save one because I'm already planning on, for when I finally going on a date with somebody, I'm gonna be like, I want you to have this. I feel like that'd be fun. Why give them flowers when you can give them a Groovy Kaiju plushie? But yeah. Alright, let me stop. I'm saying too much. Alright, y'all. Well, if you don't mind, I'm gonna go to the gym. Thanks for hanging out on Sunday night with me. Hope everyone enjoys going to bed. I know on the East Coast. I know it's still early for us on the West Coast, but you know, it should want to consider everyone on the East Coast. But I'll catch you around. Roses, you're left. Catch you around LZ fan if you're still here. Catch you around Skyer. Catch you around William. Catch you around Juanito. Catch you around Veladora. Catch you around Mark. Catch you around Who Is It? Catch you around Jesse if you're still watching. Catch you around King. Upgrades, people, upgrades. Who says ciao? King says farewell, everyone. Simply Dale says absolutely. See you guys next one. Yes, next one is Tuesday. Doing this on Tuesday as usual. And yeah, cool. I'll catch y'all around. And thanks for hanging out. And take it easy, y'all. Enjoy the rest of your night. All right, peace. Take it easy. Later.